we go, baby. Holy Toledo. What's up, everybody? Great to see you guys. No, exactly. That's why I said, let's just go live. Let's just do it. What's up, everybody? Good to see you guys. It is Wednesday, hump day. My name is Billy Floyd, and that is, that's right, and we are the Kitchen Killaz from Orlando, Florida, classified as a touring acoustic duo, crashing kitchens around the country. We do it every Friday, and we do it
for free.
That's right, and tonight we are bringing you we're bringing you three amazing, actually I lied. We're bringing you four amazing things because there was a tie. I think there was a tie today. Oh. Congratulations to those. What's up, Willow? Great to see you. Shelly, good to see you. What's up, Sean and Janet? Great to see everybody. Kyle Nunez, the biggity bad from Trinidad. Oh, that was really close. We are bringing you three things today. That's right. So thank you guys for joining us. We most certainly appreciate it. That was really close. We just had a tiebreaker. So there was a tie, but we just checked the score, the last check.
Oh, that was weird, yeah.
And we have just broken the tie. Congratulations to everybody that voted. Most certainly appreciate you guys hanging out with us tonight. On the poll this week, we had 5 songs. Perfect Places, Powered Up by the KitchenKillaz. We also had Problem Girl by Matchbox 20, actually by Rob Thomas. We had Chicken Fried by Zach Brown Band and Closing Time by Semisonic. Coming in with the votes, baby, with the votes. You guys did a fantastic job, and thank you guys very, very much, man. So we have 2 songs to play for you. And instead, in lieu, if you will, of a Flip the Pick, we have a fantastic guest. Family attorney Erin Morse is here today.
She's here.
She is here in the house, baby. She's a fantastic individual. She is a lot of fun. She loves her Apple Pencil. So hopefully we can kind of delve into a little of the creative aspects that she brings into the courtroom, which we were just talking about a little bit before. She has fun in the courtroom, man, and that's what I like. You got to have a good time while you're having a good time.
If you love what you do, of course you're having fun.
That's right, man. 100%. 100%. So it's good to see everybody tonight. Matthew Pfeiffer, good to see you, my man. Brett in the house, good to see you. There's Mama Floyd hanging out as well. We hope you guys are having a really good day. We also just confirmed Jen Ward Hall. We are headed out to Tampa this Friday. She's getting in touch with one of her very good friends who owns a food truck that specializes in barbacoa. So that is what we're going to be delving into this Friday. We're headed out to meet up with our very, very good friend, Jen Ward Hall. We have a fantastic set for you guys this Friday. We have some incredible food, incredible creators, and she is bringing some movers and shakers in the entertainment industry to Friday night show. So I'm really excited to chat and to play some music and to introduce you guys to some really incredible people this Friday. So with that being said, we want to get to Erin shortly because attorneys are not cheap, and we know that she is, her time is money. So we're going to rock some tunes for you guys, and then we are going to be speaking with family attorney Erin Morse, who absolutely, I love the delay. Oh, there she is. Delay. I want to see how big that delay is. If you get in here within 3 seconds of hearing this, the Commodore will give you $100. That's crazy. In Monopoly money. What? We don't even have Monopoly. Yeah. So let's rock and roll, baby. What do you want to start with? What are we doing? What's in second place? Is it Perfect Places? I dig it. So thank you guys for hanging out. Here we go. This is, let me do one of those. One of these. Oh, yeah, baby. Here we go. Hope you guys are having a great night, and thank you for joining us very, very much. We have some links that we're going to be sharing with you guys tonight, which I'm really excited about. It's going to be a fantastic time. We're really looking forward to sitting down and chatting with Erin Morse. We met Erin through our good friend Patio Furniture, the great Patricio, if you will. Alex is here, which was a pleasant surprise. I didn't know she was coming.
I was super excited. I was like, wait a minute, there's somebody else here.
There's like 3 rock stars at the same time. I was not mentally or emotionally prepared to experience that type of introduction. It's going to be fantastic.
With that said, here we go.
Yeah, baby. Thank you, Willow. See those faces grin. She asks, what's it all about? No future I resist. She's got me screaming all about what she had and said to me in all these passing days, built upon themselves to break this bond, crash this golden game. All the storytellers yell, you let them get away. By leaning on me, suffer days I start to fade away. Start to fade away. Oh. to your life. Whoa, your life. Oh, yeah. If you lose, I win. She yells, what's it all about? No future I resist. She's got me screaming, singing all about what she had and said to me in all these perfect days, built upon themselves to break this bond, crash this golden gate. All the storytellers yell, you let them get away by leaning on this song for days and undemeaning ways. Those demeaning ways. Oh, whoa, oh. Welcome to all these perfect places. Welcome to your life. Whoa, oh. Welcome to all these perfect places. Welcome to your life. Oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh. Welcome to your life. Whoa, your life. Oh, yeah. Whoa, oh. Welcome to all these perfect places. Welcome to your life. Whoa, oh. Places. Welcome to your life. Oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Yes. Well done, Sir Senegal. What's up, everybody? And thank you guys for joining us tonight. Oh, yeah, we are just going to burn through this one, man, because it's good times. That's right. And we got some.
Can I get a little bit of that back?
We have some people that I'm not entirely sure that I can trust over by my Dragon Ball Z collection. And,
Yeah, they all went out of the camera.
They all
angle.
left the
They're
camera and they
like,
went over where my Lego and Dragon Ball Z collection is, and I'm not
said-
entirely sure.
You said make yourself at home.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, make
were
yourself at home.
You were referring to the wine.
Not
and
to
the
steal
drinks,
anything.
but-
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There she is. There's Alex right there. Look at her. Oh, you can't get away now. You're already on the camera. So thank you guys for joining us, man. We most certainly appreciate it. Thank you, Skylar Productions in the house. Oh yeah, I saw John Hannon in here from Funny to Informing.
What up, man?
Great to see you, my dude. We got some movers and shakers in the feed as we speak, and we definitely appreciate you guys hanging out. Matt McIver. Oh yeah, Matthew Pfeiffer. All the Matts. Terry McIver. All the McIvers. Oh yeah, Matt McIver. If Matt Pfeiffer and Terry McIver got together, just saying, they would also be Matt McIver. If Matt took Terry's last name. It's 2020. Anything can happen. If Matt Pfeiffer and Terry McIver got married and Matt took Terry's last name, we'd have two Matt McIvers. And there can only be one. Yes.
No, there could be two.
No, there can only be one. That's what the Highlander says.
They would disagree. There can only be one. Well, there's two of you, so
there are two.
make it quick.
All right. Let's do one of these, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, sweet Jesus. So this is going to be your number one. Your number one for tonight. That's right. Super stoked, baby. Let's go ahead and rock this one, man. Coming in at, that was second place. That was Perfect Places. Pretty freaking close. It was separated by one vote. One vote separated second place and first place today. Second place was Perfect Places, a KitchenKillaz original. This is going to do it for the poll result. We appreciate you guys hanging out for some music. Hang out for just a couple more minutes. I know it's going to be crazy, but we have Erin Morse who's going to be joining us on the show in just a little bit, a family attorney right here in Central Florida, right here in Orlando. Absolutely incredible, super, super cool, really, really nice. And she travels with an incredibly motley crew, the motliest of crews. 10 out of 10, motley. 10 out of 10 crews. CRU with the 2 dots above it. That's how you know they're dangerous. I don't make the rules. Sweet. Oh, that's not bad. I was like, I wonder if I'm in tune. And I am. This is called Powered Up. this won't last forever. This reaching out tonight, where your hands laying out is colder. Working hard to mend that heart from life. You were laid up on the table, cut open, removed that heart. Unstable life, replace it with gears and cables. I'm powered up, switched on, shut off, unraveled. This time is mine to tell you what I please. This life is fire. It drops you to your knees. This pain reminds me of a time passed by. You see, this broken heart was meant to be now. Rain sounds so much better when you're with me late at night. When your hands laying out is warmer, working hard to keep that love alive. I was laid up on the table, cut open, removed my heart, uncabled. You replaced it with gains. I'm stable, I'm powered up, switched on, shut off, unraveled. This time is mine to tell you what I please. This life is fire. It drops you to your knees. This pain reminds me of a time passed by. You see, this broken heart was meant to be. So let your love run free to find the warm embrace you need now. And this time is mine to tell you what I please. This life is fire. It drops you to your knees. This pain reminds me of a time passed by. You see, this broken heart was meant to be. So let this love run free. I'll be the warm embrace you need. Why don't you run to me and be the warm embrace I need now? Yes. Oh yeah, I know, right? What's up, everybody? Well done, sir. Sounding good. Good to see everybody. And thank you guys for joining us tonight. We are muted. You are good to go, brother. Good to see you guys very, very much. All right, let me do one of those right there. And thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. Thank you for all the votes, man. We definitely appreciate it. Hope you guys are having a fantastic week. This past Monday was super cool. We had a really good time on Monday. And yesterday we spoke with Kevin Cleveland, an illustrator right here in Land O'Lakes, right here in Florida, in Land O'Lakes out of Polk County. What an incredible dude, man. What a fantastic interview. He's not available on Mondays or Fridays, so we did pre-record this interview with Kevin. Absolutely incredible, awesome dude. Loves his life, digs it, super chill, very easygoing, and one hell of a creator, man. He walked us through some of the stages and how he creates some of his digital artwork. We actually looked at a time-lapse video of one of the things that he did. We recorded that on the show, so you guys get to experience that as well, which I'm really looking forward to.
We asked him what he would do if he wasn't an artist or wasn't drawing, and he was like, "What?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Don't even say that."
Yeah, he had no idea what to do, and he said if he couldn't do it, well, you'll just have to watch the video. We'll get into it. But yes, I thought he had a brain aneurysm.
He probably did.
I was pretty sure that was going to happen.
I don't know.
Did we just kill a guy?
I don't know if we should ask that question anymore.
So thank you you guys for hanging out with us tonight. We most certainly appreciate it. Tonight is the YouPickTwo poll results show, and we also have a special guest. Normally at this time we would be doing a flip the pick, where the great Commodore would take a Fender pick and flip it. If it lands gold side up, you get a third song. But we wanted to take that time and invest it in our guest of the evening. So I'm going to give it to the great Commodore while I get everything set up. I'm going to go and politely ask.
Escort.
I was going to say grab, but she's a lawyer. I don't want to do that. So I'm going to go and recommend, that she, join us shortly for an incredible interview. I'm really excited to meet Erin Morse, on the show. We met her in person, which is super cool. She's kind of a rock star. Walking out, I was a little nervous. I fangirled a little tiny bit, just because Patricio talks so highly about her. Alex does not, but Patricio talks really, really highly about her, which is absolutely incredible. I was just kidding. We love Alex. I saw Alex back there. You see her? She tried to sneak into and then sneak off the camera. It's recording. We see you. Now we're gonna have to clip that.
Can see you. We're not clipping it. We can't edit. We're live.
No, that's it, man. That's it. The only thing we can do is zoom in and make it bigger. That's it. We can't take it out.
Let's do that next time she tries to walk in the background.
There it is. Boop. Awesome. I'll be right back, guys. Here's the Commodore. He's going to introduce you to an incredible theory he introduced me to today, which blew my freaking mind. Ladies and gentlemen, the Commodore.
Yeah. I don't know what he's talking about. But thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for joining us on this wonderful, wonderful humpity higgity hump day, the middle of the week. The hump, the hill, the curve. Man, I had Monday off, and it has felt like a doozy of a week already. But thank you for joining us for the poll results show. We have played the results. Go figure. Weird.
Check.
They were originals.
Sound okay?
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah. So thank you for supporting our original material. We like to play covers as well. We do that because it's fun, and you like some covers just to mix it up, just to hear something familiar. But every week you have the chance to vote, so you can decide what we play on Wednesday night. So everyone who voted, thank you for voting. We appreciate the feedback. We want to know what you guys like to hear. Word. This week we're going to be at Jen Ward Hall's house in Tampa. We're on the road again for a Friday night show. I'm super excited. We're going to have a heck of a crew. We're going to have some heck of a food. Enter Rockstar number 3. Oh, yeah. Don't be shy. Get right in there.
Today, actually, virtual court.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Erin Morse from the Erin Morse Law Firm.
This is it.
Say hi.
Hi.
How are you doing?
So good.
Good. You can get a little closer. Unless it's
So
stinky.
good.
It's not stinky, is it?
Not?
Okay, good. There you go.
Sorry.
I thought he said stinky.
I thought he said stinky too. Did he say sticky?
I didn't say sticky.
Okay, well, I brought in sticky, so
Oh man.
my bad.
Let me know if it's sticky, because we need to address some things.
There's some headphones for you, love.
Boom, boom, boom.
I almost never wear the headphones.
You don't have to wear the headphones.
I'm not going. Yeah, no, I don't care.
You don't
Y'all
need.
tell me this sounds good, sounds good.
You don't need the headphones, okay?
All right. Let's make sure you sound. Let's get some volume check on
This
you.
is a volume check.
Sounds fantastic. I'm
on
gonna give
the
her.
mic. This is a volume check
Oh
on the
yeah.
mic.
Oh, she sounds so professional. Wow.
You use
So-
microphones in the courtroom?
No, I have to speak loudly, and I was a
okay.
cheerleader,
Okay.
so
you got it.
I have that projection.
Yeah, you got the
kind of-
projection.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
before we
So
get
usually I don't get super close to the mic
Sure.
because I will overtake
I understand.
the sound. So
At
I
least she's
try to-
letting us know. She's
So if
telling
I-
us right away. I'm about
if
to
I-
take over your show.
I did it to Patricio one time. I was like, "Hi, this is my show now. How are you?"
She grabs the microphone.
Hello. Good. Let me take this one. And I'll take this one.
I've got all the microphones.
I had no idea what we were getting
Patricio,
into
you get no microphone. That's it.
He doesn't need
So,
one.
before we start, we were talking about an Apple Pencil earlier, and you have a cool little. What is that? Is that a cover on your Apple
Yeah,
Pencil?
so
What is this?
It's like a silicone cover, and at the top it looks like it has cat ears.
Okay.
Now, I'm real extra on a lot of things, but
Okay.
cat ears aren't really my thing.
Okay,
But
gotcha.
I got it for the purpose of it not rolling. And that's
so like while you're sitting at the table in court and you have this pen, you don't want the
Being all
pen rolling
professional.
off.
right, because
I
I have
gotcha.
to, oftentimes during court, I have to stop and make an objection, or
Sure.
I have to ask questions, and I have
You
to,
have to set it down quickly.
right. And if
Yeah.
it was like ding, 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 ding,
It takes,
clunk.
yeah, it's not going to
Now,
work.
did you get this because that happened one time? You lost your
Yeah.
pencil?
No, I lived in fear. I was like, this would be unprofessional, and I'm not gonna do it.
She's
so
like, I had
mean.
nightmares about
Yeah,
this
I was like,
entire thing.
It's my pencil rolling off. It's why I bring pens with the caps, the
I
little
woke
thing,
up-
so it won't roll.
I woke up with
Exactly.
crippling anxiety one night because
About
my pen rolled off.
or it, or it rolling off and smashing into pieces in the middle of court. That would be so embarrassing,
oh,
right?
Can they smash?
I
mean, it's an Apple product, so yes, it's probably made of glass.
right. I
yeah,
just
we don't
lived
wanna
in
find
fear
out.
that this would happen.
I gotcha.
And not me.
I got you. She's like, that ain't happening here,
That
bro.
would, that would
Not
totally,
in this house.
That would
So guess
totally
what?
shake
Never
me
happened.
down.
Not in the house of Morse.
If
Not
I lost
happening.
this, if it shattered right in front of my eyes, I would take a good moment
And tear
to
up.
Just I wouldn't even be able to speak.
He would grieve.
I love this thing.
He would grieve. We would.
I
We
love
would.
this
We
thing.
would grieve as a
I
team.
do.
We
I-
would grieve
I
as
d-
a
I do
team.
have an unreasonable amount of
Yeah.
appreciation for it.
I don't know. I don't doubt that for a second, especially in your line of work. I would imagine it is an incredible tool. I mean, I see the Commodore use it. We actually did an interview with an artist yesterday who does nothing but rave about the Apple Pen and what he's able to do graphically on the tablet. And I really like how the Apple products are individually suited to the individual. Like anytime I see somebody with an Apple Watch, I'm like, what do you use yours for? And they always have a different answer. Everybody
Yeah.
like uses it for completely different reasons.
Also have an
She's
Apple
got some mad bling on her Apple
Watch.
Watch. Do you see that right there?
It's real bracelet.
Well, listen, she said she was extra. She can't be
am.
surprised.
I
You
bought
can't.
it especially from Etsy. And
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, from an artist that created this Apple Watch band.
Yeah.
I like that. That's awesome. Have you? How
Nice.
many Apple Watch bands do you have? It kind of goes with your necklace as well. Not only is she extra, but she matches.
What
She
the
does it on
heck?
purpose.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
I told
I
you.
wear everything in black, so I'm always color coordinated.
That's awesome.
I can't make any mistakes. I'm like, I
great.
just wear black every day. Everything I got.
Brilliant. That was well thought out.
It works out really well,
Yeah.
you know, especially for the colorblind. They feel included, you know, and I
Yeah,
feel good being
I think
inclusive.
they feel included all the time.
I
They're like,
hope
you
so.
definitely match to me.
You definitely match.
Even if you don't.
Matched.
Even if you're just slightly off.
Your
They're
grayscale today is fantastic.
great.
that gray goes with that gray. Just
It's like you did this on purpose
It's
for me
exquisite.
specifically, and
Exquisite.
I feel so happy that you've included me.
I don't know what
Excellent.
they're talking about. You match.
Yeah,
I don't know what they mean.
I don't know what everybody else is giving you crap for. I think you're fantastic tonight. You look fantastic and freaking incredible. Aaron, I know we could probably just vibe the entire time and not even discuss law at all. But
I do a lot of it.
we don't have to. So let's go backward. Let's start backward. If you had to wake up tomorrow and you couldn't practice law, what would you do?
So I can give two answers to this. I'll tell you what I would have done if I was younger, and then why I didn't,
Okay.
and then probably what I would make a decision on doing today. Right? I
Okay.
think I have a depending on when. Right? It
Sure. Of
my
course.
secondary career has evolved. So when I was younger, I wanted to be a model.
Okay.
I really.
Now you get to be a model in a courtroom.
Yeah. Well, then I hit middle school and did not get taller than 5'2", and we were all like, "Scrap that."
There goes
idea.
those dreams.
Yeah, ooh.
Unless you have some crazy leg surgery
I don't. Or,
or
I don't know
really
where
big
they let-
heels.
That could happen.
I could be like a really tall model for, like maybe a midget community.
Yeah, I got you.
But
I
I
got you.
think that they would be like, "You are."
I know
like,
you're the lawyer, but I think they're called little people now, Erin.
No, I think medically they.
Yeah,
it's
I get you.
legit.
And but I agree 100%. I think you would succeed very well in that industry.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So in middle school, were you tall in elementary school? And
No.
then middle school, you just stopped?
No, I was never tall.
Really?
I just was, kind of average.
I got you. I
And
got
then
you.
everybody, come, 7th grade, everybody was like, I'm like, wait.
They're like, bye, Erin.
Where are you going?
Bye.
My nickname in 8th grade and 9th grade was Leprechaun.
Okay.
Remember?
oh my goodness.
You are
Remember
insanely
the
Irish, right?
name?
Insanely Irish. I like the Spanish name that she gave herself as well because Erin doesn't translate into the Spanish language at all.
So it was embarrassing during elementary school and middle school when we all got to pick out our Spanish name and everyone got to translate their name. They were like, and you'll have to pick another one.
There is no Erin in
Man.
Spanish.
That's not a
I
thing.
feel so included.
So I was, I chose Maricruz because I love that name.
There's a fantastic comment. I know how she feels. I could have modeled children's clothes as well. That's actually Mama Floyd. She was really tall in elementary school. When she hit middle school, she stopped, and that was it. And
Yeah,
everybody got taller than she was, and she never.
Yeah, and I never was particularly
I think
skinny.
she's 5'2" and a half, and she will fight you for the half. And she
can
reminds
have
me
it.
all the time.
I
She's
say
like,
5'3".
she was like, there
Tell
you
her
go.
to just
Yeah,
round
up.
Round up to
I-
5'3". You
I think
earned
that's
it.
fantastic.
You earned it.
And Hogan loves your jacket.
Oh,
Just
thank you.
throw it out there.
Yellow. In person, I look real old Southern lady.
Old Southern Irish lady.
Yeah.
I love it. It's fantastic. And it goes with the hair. The hair kind of has a yellowish glow to it because of the emanating yellow that comes from the jacket.
Yeah, it's like
and the sparkle.
It's like I wore the shine thing that girls wear.
I don't.
Glow.
But I'm learning now. It's shine. She's wearing the shine thing.
Yeah.
You know.
So it was if you had made the decision a while ago, you would have been a model. Then you hit middle school. You didn't get past 5'2", wasn't going to work
Right.
unless it was for a little person's magazine.
Yeah.
However,
fine.
that was it. You had to give up on your modeling career. How'd you feel about that? Where was that point of realization where you were like, shit, I'm not going to be able to do this?
I mean, a small part of me was like, well, Britney Spears is 5'2", so like
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah, you can
Right, so
crush
I'm
it in
still
the
gonna be
entertainment
cute,
industry.
I could, I was a cheerleader.
Yeah.
That was okay,
Yeah.
right? So it really wasn't.
Were you a
that bad.
flyer because you were 5'2"?
No, I had the face.
Okay.
So I had to be.
What does
in
that
the,
mean?
In the front, like I could make those like.
Gotcha. I gotcha.
could make the,
Very expression, like
yeah,
full
so-
of expression.
So what my coach
She
ended
had
up,
the face.
the
I didn't
fa-
know that
I
was.
had the
I'm
face.
learning
It's a
so
thing.
much right now.
It's a thing. So they put me in the
I
front.
like her. She's funny.
They put me in the front of the formation.
Sure.
Because what would happen is because I had a very expressive face. I
Sure.
had the face. And my coach literally said, well, you want to have that face and you're going to distract the coaches. So if we mess up in the back, they're looking at you who's making
Gotcha.
these very expressive faces.
And people are just like, wow, Erin.
And she was like, well, that's what you get. I remember I was upset. I wanted to be
Right.
in the doing
You
the
didn't
stunts
doing
want
some
on the
cool
front.
stuff.
No, I want to do the cool stunts. Those are fun.
But you had to be the face of the entire.
And she was like, well, that's what you get for being pretty. And I was
That's
like,
your fault.
And she's like, see, it's those
Was she
faces, they're
pretty or
cool.
was she a mover and groover? Was she in the back or was
That
she
was
up
my
front?
coach.
Right. Was when the coach cheerleaded? When she was a cheerleader, did she?
She was in the back. Yeah,
Mm,
that's
got
like where
it.
the cool girls were.
A little bit of resentment. I feel just a tiny bit of resentment on her
Probably.
end. A little bitterness. A little. She
was-
wanted to be up front.
She was coaching high school cheerleading,
Yeah.
and I'm a lawyer now, so it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
And she's still. I don't know. She's still coaching high school cheer. Did
Probably
you keep in
not.
touch with her? Were you guys
No.
friends or not really?
No.
I mean, no, it wasn't. She didn't. I didn't take insult to it, but I kind of was
Gotcha.
like, no, I wanna.
You're like, I want to do that.
And they were like, yeah, but you have a pretty face, so it
Gotcha.
was like, insult but compliment. It was like that compliment sandwich thing that they teach you for HR.
like the
But what if
Oreo
you had-
thing.
what if you
You
had
know-
been better in the back?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you're pretty, so you can't do the fun things.
Gotcha.
But the coaches will love your face and will win because of you. Like
Gotcha.
It was,
It's like, yay, aw, yay.
yeah, I was like, well,
I get you. Now it's just really confusing.
Somebody's
and
gotta
and
be the
here we are
face.
so many years later, and you still are
yeah, no,
kind of
my
trying to manage this.
yeah, the way that my
Sure.
daddy issues was, I was like, people will like me for my brain. Right? That's how I handle my daddy issues.
Sure.
is I
And
went
they do.
to be a lawyer. I was like,
Sure.
it's because I'm smart.
That
not
is
the
true.
face.
That is true. I mean, brilliant and beautiful and diabolical, if you will. That's right. Calm down over there, Patricio. I see those inappropriate comments you're putting up. You're lucky you don't know Erin. You're not in the same house because she would just. Actually, she'd probably have somebody else back in you because she's
Yeah,
a lawyer.
Right. I'd
And
give the order,
assault.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
So,
That's what the
corporately
smart
speaking,
people
I
do.
smacked him.
That's what the intelligent people do. They instruct others to do it for them.
It's good management.
So that's what you would have done if you had made the decision back then. So how about now? Like, how about
Well-
now at 29-year-old Erin Morse?
That's adorable. I'm 33. Which isn't that much older, so it wasn't that no, now, when my son was really young, as strange
Sure.
as it is, I have an 8-year-old son, and when he was young, I think I probably would have been like a breastfeeding consultant. I really liked that.
Really?
I know.
A breastfeeding consultant? I didn't even know
Yeah,
there was
to like
such a
help
thing.
and encourage other women. It's like
Sure.
a medical kind of thing.
I
It's
get you.
almost, just because I enjoyed it.
Sure.
A car seat technician.
Kind of
like, I just liked it.
giving guidance and just kind of helping out and
Yeah.
instructing and being there.
Uplifts other mothers because being a mom is really hard. You have all this pressure and there's a lot of misinformation, and
Sure.
I think it's hard to kind of navigate these roads.
Yeah. How do you
And-
choose? Okay, I'm going to listen to this part, but not this part.
Right, and I also kind of would take the approach that like formula is okay
Sure.
too. Kind of I don't know, whatever.
Yeah,
I
because
liked
there's
it.
a lot of people that are like, no.
Right, that are like that's the devil, and I'm like, maybe we've saved a lot of lives. I don't
Seriously, it's
know,
technology,
maybe-
people. It's technology and
maybe-
science.
Maybe babies are really helped by this. Why don't you shut the fuck up?
I like her. She's fantastic.
So that's the other like side side of like my breastfeeding
It's
support.
like, calm down, everybody.
Yeah, pipe down, right? We're all
Listen,
getting a little
you're all going to make mistakes. We're all going to do things wrong. It'll be okay.
Or-
Nobody's a perfect parent.
Yeah, these things aren't mistakes.
So
How
what,
about
you
we
drop
figure out
them?
what works for your baby so your baby's healthy and you're
Yeah.
happy? Because if you're unhappy,
Yeah.
that's not healthy either.
Yeah, if I did exactly the same thing that my neighbor did with their child, it doesn't mean that we're going to have the same exact result because we're
No.
different people.
Right.
Everybody's different. So you kind of have to move and groove. I would imagine there's an ebb and flow to raising a child to try to
That's
understand
so
what's
cool.
going
My
on.
wife found a lack of support.
Boom.
It's true. The support is really lacking.
My wife
and
found
to
a
be
total lack of
encouraging.
support from the midwives here. Managed 5 years. What is a midwife?
So a midwife is not a doctor and not a nurse, but they are somebody who assists a woman who is giving birth. And typically they do it in a birthing center or places outside of a hospital, although they can work in hospitals.
Okay.
But they take a more holistic approach to supporting the mother through birth rather than being like medically,
Yeah.
you know, and doing, you know, having overly medically intervening when it may be unnecessary.
Gotcha. And the holistic approach, a lot of times, I would imagine, has it sticks a little more, it helps a little more, it inspires a little more, and gives more comfort. Did you have a midwife?
No.
No.
I worked in a hospital
Okay.
for 6 years
Okay.
as a secretary in an emergency room. And my mom was a nurse growing up. So for
Gotcha.
me, I'm like, doctor,
Been there.
hospital. Yeah.
Hello.
Like, I don't know if you ever saw that. There was a movie with Tina Fey and, oh my God, who's the woman from
We're going to just
Parks
sit
and
here
Rec?
and awkwardly stare at you until you figure it out. I believe in you.
Amy Poehler.
Nailed it.
We were talking about them just last night.
We were.
Okay, so they did
Thank
a
you,
movie
Patricio. I see what's going on
that
here.
that was about Amy Poehler being like a surrogate mother.
Uh-huh.
And, you know, they're going through the Lamaze classes or whatever.
Sure.
And they're like, who here is going to get an epidural, which is that shot. So you
Sure.
can feel it. And, you know, Amy Poehler's supposed to be trashy. And Amy Poehler goes, woo! And everybody in the room is like,
She's excited.
yeah, she's like, oh my God,
drugs.
No, I've heard plenty of times that someone's like, I'm not going to get an epidural. I'm going to do it naturally. And then like halfway through, like, give me the shot.
That was not me. I took the total opposite approach. They were like, you want an epidural? I was like, yeah.
Can I have two? Is there?
I heard
Is
they're
it buy
awesome.
one get one? I heard it's buy one get one right now at the hospital for
So,
epidurals. Can I get one of those?
I'm in the hospital and, you know,
Are
whatever
there different
happens.
levels of epidurals? Like there's different levels of whiskey.
I believe
like you
so,
can get
but
like
I don't
the,
care. I was like,
you
you
can
guys
get like the
choose.
house whiskey in the plastic bottle, or you can get some. Is there same thing for an epidural?
So it's funny because
I want top shelf epidural.
right. I want the Grey Goose.
Yeah, I want the
right?
Grey Goose of epidurals.
Because I worked in a hospital, I knew the nurse anesthetist.
Sure.
So he's like, I got you. I was like, sweet.
I got you.
Nice.
You're my girl. You're
He's
my
like,
girl.
Good to know
I'm gonna
someone.
feel thing. I'm like, that's what I'm looking for.
For
yeah.
3 weeks.
Go for Joe's We'll sew that
It's
thing
gonna
up.
be
You gonna be
2021.
all right. You're gonna love this baby.
You want to have another baby just to come back?
Yeah.
That'd be fantastic.
You know, 2 for 1. What's up? We got you.
You're gonna love this baby. How was your birthing experience? Fantastic.
It was so good.
It
We were
was
laughing,
incredible.
telling
I couldn't
jokes.
feel my feet for 3 days.
So before, you know, when they come in and they talk to you, they try to speak to you before you have any type of, you know, like major pain and you can make decisions.
Sure.
Anyway, I'm like cool and calm, and they're like, you know, you don't have to decide now if you want to have an epidural. I'm like, no, I decided.
You're like, I'm good.
No, they're like, I know you might not be feeling anything. Yeah, I'm like, exactly.
Listen,
We're gonna continue that. As soon as it hurts,
yeah.
like y'all are choo choo.
Yeah, it's
right
gonna
on
be
it.
too late.
That's
I don't
the
want to
idea.
feel
I
the
don't
pain.
want to start
Well,
that.
I don't. What I didn't want to do is like once I'm in pain, I didn't want them
Right.
to be like, well, could you sign this form?
Oh my goodness.
Like that's what I didn't
Now,
want.
from what I understand, there's a period of time where it's too late for an epidural, and
I-
if you don't take it at a certain period of time, they're like, "Sorry, man, we can't do
as soon
it
as
now."
it started hurting,
She's like, "Yo, just give it to me. Give me the needle. I
my
got it."
husband was like, we'll take the epidural now.
Yeah.
Hurt,
He's like, "Can I have one too?"
well, I had already signed the consent, so he could do that, right? So he could decide for me. He's like, she already agreed.
And he
Now's the
probably
time.
knows best when the time is like, the time is now.
I think he was
We need to
hurting
get it
seeing
done.
me like more, right?
Yeah.
I think he was just like,
Yeah.
this hurts. I'm like,
Oh,
what are you feeling?
you're like, you have no idea. You have no idea what this feels like. Do you just want an epidural? Just say you want one. That's
He
fine.
wanted
I
me
know
to
the
have one, so he didn't have to like. See
I know
me
the
not paying. I was
anesthetist.
like,
He'll hook us up.
He is.
Okay.
His name is Adam. He's really cool.
Well, Adam the anesthetist. Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Like, what a great title.
I know.
Adam the anesthetist.
So when he took the thing out of my back, it's really long. You know, my husband was like, "Babe, that was like a sword." When Adam heard my husband say that, and he's like, Adam comes along with it, and he takes it, and it's long, like it's much longer than this. It was probably here.
I gotcha. Goodness
he
gracious.
comes around, the corner, because you're leaning forward, and he's like, it was like,
Look how freaking crazy it is.
This was just in your back.
Have a good day. Cool baby.
That's a Shelley Widow said, especially because if it's too late to get one, you're out of luck.
Yeah, which is why I disagree.
Jen Hogan popped in. She said, my 30-hour in labor. She was in labor for 30 hours with her first son. They asked at like 25 hours if she wanted something. Yes. Yes.
God, if you wait that long, anyone will say yes, huh?
Oh.
That's why,
So you want to be there to be like,
I want to be supportive to parents, right? So that's why I do family law, right? Doesn't
Gotcha.
it kind of circle back?
It definitely circles back. So you would be if you woke up tomorrow morning and you couldn't practice law, you think that's where you would kind of find your passion. Oh,
See,
that's them.
Now I feel like I would probably do something
Gangster
else.
rap. I'm gonna go with gangster rap and
I
Etsy jewelry
actually
make.
have a few records.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
But they're records. Like,
You have a fantastic title, like a fantastic name.
Right.
I got you. I've been practicing that because Patricia told me you had a couple records. I've been making that sound all day long to make sure I didn't mess it up on the show.
You did great.
I feel pretty good about it.
I'm proud.
That's all I wanted. I'll take an epidural, please.
I don't know. Now I think I probably would do something. I would start another type of business.
Right.
Potentially do consulting or I think that based on my practice and sometimes a lot of my clients, I think that I probably should get into life coaching for some people.
You've made some mistakes that I can't help you with now, but I
Or-
can try to help you before you make the mistakes by giving good
Or
life
I
coaching.
can guide you through it,
Well,
right? Because that's,
Sure. Absolutely. Let me guide you through your mistakes.
Right.
I got you.
Sometimes I'm like, listen, I
Would
work
you
in a
like to operate
courtroom. I don't know how to tell you what you can do to get a good apartment.
Gotcha.
Like, I don't know.
Not my realm.
One of the things that I really thought about doing, and it was something I just find joy in, is like, for example, if the great Commodore came to me and said, "Listen, man, I'm trying to talk down my APR for my credit card," I'm like, "Give me the phone. I'll get on. I'll wheel and deal, baby."
I love it.
doing stuff
He
like that.
loves it.
I love
If
doing
you
stuff like that.
Negotiating with
If-
petulant people.
Absolutely.
If someone's getting over on you and they're not giving you the best
He's a
deal, or
Karen.
they're
Oh, I
trying
got
to-
you, dog.
He wants to speak to the manager.
I got you. Like, listen, man,
Yeah.
let me help
Yeah.
you
You
out.
have the
Let me help you out. Oh, I just got my hair cut yesterday.
Oh, but you
Man.
had it.
That's
Yeah,
an
and-
awful
and
way
it's-
of putting it, but
yeah,
yes.
He's
yeah,
a Karen.
yeah.
You know it's true.
It's not a bad hair. It's not like a complaining because my steak was medium rare plus rather than the medium rare, but it's like, listen, Duke Energy.
This doesn't
Like,
make any sense.
Listen,
You're
this doesn't
ripping
make
me
any
off.
sense.
Like,
Like I remember one time I had a 0% interest for 6 months on an appliance that I bought, and they actually set up the monthly payments. They divided it to make sure everything was okay, but then we got hit with a massive late fee, and all the accrued interest hit, and they were like, "That's your fault," and I was like, "Bullshit." So I was on the phone for a little bit.
I say it's not.
Yeah,
It's gonna
and
be
they
yours
tried
right
to-
now
they-
because
yeah,
I
they
want
tried
to talk to
charge
your
us
manager.
like another $750, and I was like, "Yeah, that's not going to work out. I'm not giving you an additional penny. Let's work this out." And she's like, "Okay, well, if you pay it now, we'll go ahead and wipe out the late fee." And I said, "No problem." She goes, "It's $1.25 over the phone." I said, "No, it's not. No, we already said I'm not paying another penny, like zero pennies. Like I would like to work for small and medium-sized businesses and get them the best cost and the best price for their VoIP
So,
services, their internet services, and stuff
actually,
like that."
That probably is a really good business, and I probably shouldn't say this on the air, but this is what I think I should do. I think I should do like coaching like this. See, now
Sure.
I think I could help you develop a business, and you could probably take it one step further, right?
I like extra
So,
steps.
And this is a service
Sometimes.
that I think that no, one step further,
consulting
meaning
right
you
now.
could.
I know what you mean. I know what
expand-
you mean. I was just kidding. It
Oh,
a-
I
it
was
a
like,
play on
man,
words.
I was unclear.
No,
that
you're,
bothers me.
You're
right?
good. You were completely clear.
I'm a lawyer.
Crystal
so when,
Pepsi.
When people don't understand what I'm saying, I'm like, damn. I
Damn.
like take it really personal.
I thought I
like,
nailed that.
That's not what I meant. Like I feel so insulted.
Me too. I'm like, man, really?
I was like, I'm
let me
usually
go back.
pretty
I
clear.
have to rethink my whole life now.
If you were able to, someone else would be the bookkeeper, but you're able to look at their expenses on things like,
Sure.
credit cards and internet and voice over IPs and all those things, and you were able to kind of do the research or negotiate them to get
Sure.
better rates, right? That's something that a business owner doesn't have time to do,
Agreed.
but it is a very important feature. And if you could offer that
Yeah.
kind of outside looking in,
Sure.
it's
I,
a
w-
service
I
I
was,
would pay
I wasn't
for.
even thinking to base my pay on the percentage of savings that I actually save that company. So it would be
That's
reoccurring.
Brilliant.
Instead
Yeah.
of being paid for the service, like if I save you 10% on your VoIP services, like I get 2% of that 10% every month. So then I can have client for client for client. It's reoccurring income over and over and over again. And then every year we
Bookkeeper.
go back, I do it again. I renegotiate with the
If
same
you
exact
teamed
thing.
up with a bookkeeper who did this, and that was like a bookkeeping plus that service,
Sure.
I would. I'm in.
That's what I'm talking about. I would love to do stuff like that. It
can
brings
do
me
it.
joy.
You can do it.
Joy Gem.
Do it.
That's a thing.
I'm an
Set it
IT
up.
director right now, and I do love the director,
I can
the
set up your
direction of
LLC.
IT. I like her. That's what I'm talking about. We're making moves, ladies and gentlemen. This is a bunch of trigger-pulling people sitting at this table
Listen,
right here.
if you thought you were tuning into your business podcast, welcome.
Welcome to Business Podcast. Thank you. With our special guest, Erin Morse,
Well, thank
who
you.
apparently will help you set up an LLC if you would like to pursue a small business. And Luke loves White Claw, or Erin, I'm not sure which one it is, or he just wants to run the show. Hey, buddy, how are you doing?
He keeps trying to put his paws on the keyboard.
He does. He's like putting his little paws up here.
Listen, how else
Fantastic.
is he going to comment?
That's right. Exactly. Exactly.
some
He's
respect.
always
He
trying to
can't
take
talk,
over, and
Billy.
I don't mind it.
Have some
Yet.
respect.
If we give him a little puppy microphone, I bet he'd find something to
like
say.
the Disney character.
Yeah. Translate it.
We-
Was that an Up?
Yeah,
What was that?
yeah. So
That's
we,
right.
I have a dog, and he's a lab pit mix.
What's your dog's name?
Scooby Doo?
Oh, Scooby Doo.
And he, you know, every dog has their thing. He's obsessed with the ball, like
Sure.
throwing the ball. He will go to any person, and he brings his ball, and he just like comes over, and he's like,
You know-
he just drops the ball in your lap. And he's so cute.
Blap.
Yeah,
Your turn.
he's so cute. You know, how could you get upset with him that
Yeah.
you want to toss the ball
Yeah,
for him?
you want to be his friend.
And then he's so happy.
Is this
about
his
it.
love language? Is he
It
like,
is.
hey, be my friend,
Oh.
blap?
It
Gotcha.
is. It is. This you love this dog by throwing the ball for him.
Gotcha,
Now I have an
gotcha.
8-year-old son, so obviously
Same thing, throw the
he's-
ball for him too.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Snacks and the ball.
Snacks on the ball.
So if you're
Yeah,
like,
even as an adult, throw me a snack. I'll take it. And probably a ball too.
I think that's why I have a husband. Snacks and the ball.
Snacks
and
and balls.
I gotta go to work. Bye.
There it is. There it is. Okay, bye.
Wow.
I'll be back in 10 hours.
So, you know, he does, and I bring him into the office sometimes, and he'll make his
Your
rounds.
husband or your
Both,
son or
both.
the dog? All
Both,
three.
all of them.
Okay, gotcha.
So sometimes the dog comes. That's who I'll refer to as
Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo. And I always make the joke, you know, when people say they wish their dog could talk, and I'm like, I do not want this dog to talk. Because he would just be like, ball, 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 ball. You're the ball, throw the ball. You know, throw the ball. How about that?
I always wondered, like, what would your dog sound like if it could talk? What kind of voice would it have? Like Luke, I think he would be like, "Yo, baby, what's up? How you doing?" That's what I just think Luke would sound like. You know, I don't know how. What do you think Scooby Doo would sound like? Like if
I think
Scooby Doo
he'd be
could
like
talk.
high pitched and energetic.
Yeah.
He'd be
You think
like,
so?
You threw my ball, a ball, even though he's like a lab pit mix.
Yeah.
So he looks
You gotta
scary,
have the
and
other
then,
way, yeah.
And then I think he would be like,
That's why I think Luke would have the deep voice because he's so tiny and like he's just so petite. He's like, "Yeah, baby."
the ball. Like, you throw the ball. How about now? Now you throw the ball. His command is enough when it's over.
Okay.
Right? When you tell him all.
Does that work for your son and your husband as well?
Yeah.
Enough.
Enough.
Wow. I feel like I need to stop what I was just doing.
Principal power.
That worked, and you did the whole finger thing too. Like, hello, let's bring it down to 0. I gotcha.
That's it.
And we're done.
So, but then, you know, 10 or 15 minutes pass, and he comes back, and he's like, with the ball again. We're like, "Scooby!"
Enough has lost its effect by that time.
Yeah,
I'm
it
ready to play
expires.
again.
Yeah, and you
Expires.
said it's a lab pit
Expires.
mix.
Yeah.
Is this a slobberish dog?
No,
No, really.
not even a little.
Okay.
My-
I kind of have. That's where I might draw a line.
My
for-
sister has a
oh.
lab, and his favorite thing to do is out in the backyard. There's a tennis ball, and you got one of those long, like plastic arms where you pick up the ball and like fling it.
Oh, that we did that.
By the second or third time it comes
Blep.
back, it is just white and
Blep.
foamy with spit. and
terrible.
it's
Even the
oh my
littlest
God,
bit.
it's
So we found that
so bad.
because Scooby-Doo will shred the balls eventually, right? He'll
Sure.
just shred
Like
'em.
pulls all the fabric off of it.
Yeah, so we get like the Nerf balls that have like almost opening. They almost look like yarn without the middle.
Sure. I understand what you're talking about. I've seen
So
this
it
before.
doesn't get as slobbery.
Nice.
'Cause that would gross me out. And I'm
It does. It, dude. Line in the sand.
like, so nasty.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I love
And
your
then
dog.
he's
But
like-
stay away from me.
Uh,
Yeah. Blap.
And the way you do that makes me think it's just covered in slobber.
Yeah. Blap.
That's how I
It just like
feel.
rolls out. Blap.
Look, so my husband is on my page. You can see Erin Elizabeth Morse. So
Boom.
obviously I didn't type that comment. And he goes, "Don't forget about how he will lick the ball until you throw it. He will. Like in your lap, he'll be like he's like trying to kindly nudge it forward.
Do you want me to keep doing this?
Yeah,
Let's do
yeah.
it. If you
Just
don't,
throw it.
just throw it. Throw it, and we'll be fine.
So I assume that he's exactly like if the dog from Up and the birds from Finding Nemo were
Okay.
to have a baby.
Mine.
Ball,
Mine.
ball,
Mine.
ball,
Ball.
ball,
Blap.
ball,
Ball.
ball,
Blap. 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 ball, toss it. I love
Yeah.
it. Is he good with people? Is he good with new people? Like your puppy? Is he pretty good with like meeting new people?
He's good with.
Is he
people for the
picky?
most
You
part.
looked at Patricio.
He is picky. He is picky.
Did he like? Did
he
did
mostly
Scooby Doo
is-
like Patricio when he first met him or no?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
But
Us
it's
too.
because Patricio gets along with Connor. That's my son,
Gotcha,
so
gotcha.
That's
Who's
his-
which is also Irish.
you don't say.
That's incredibly freaking Irish.
It's a family name.
What's your husband's name? It's not Aaron.
It's Samuel.
Samuel. Is that
But
fair?
he is not Irish.
Gotcha. Okay, no. I think of a Sam Adams, which was
Yeah.
actually I think it's domestic. I think that's a beer made here.
It is. It's made in Boston.
Yeah. Where is Samuel from?
Samuel.
Where
is
does his family line heritage?
German, but he is not
German and Irish. You guys are drinkers. I love
Yeah.
it. Yeah. She got here earlier, and I'm thinking, let me be a good host. Would you like some water? Would you like some wine? She's like, actually, do you have any liquor? I was like, I like her. That's fantastic.
I was like, this little
This
arrangement
area
here
here.
is good.
This little container right here, that's fine. Is this kind of one of where you take the things with you when you
Is
leave?
this
Like
the drink?
Sure.
you get a little thing, hand
Erin,
sanitizer,
that's
and
the
some whiskey.
bottle.
Yeah, oh, you don't get the whole bottle? I mean, that's fine. That's
I
no
think
problem.
One time,
It's a parting gift.
My son used hand sanitizer, and he's like, "Mom, this smells like your drink." I was like,
Mom, so next time you have a drink, he just dips his hand inside and
He's
says,
like-
"This is the same thing, right? It's just,
Yeah.
it's the same thing.
Works.
it's
When-
the same thing. Why are you drinking hand sanitizer, Mom? That's weird."
when the coronavirus first hit, we kept joking about how even if there's no hand sanitizer to get, we're gonna be fine because of this liquor cabinet.
It's no problem.
We're
No
good
problem.
for like a year of hand sanitizer.
And you have Molotov cocktails just in case you need to defend your
It's
homestead.
And you mentioned Grey
Yeah.
Goose, so you must
Yeah.
be a vodka drinker.
I'm a rum drinker.
A
Yeah.
rum drinker. Dark rum, light rum.
White rum.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
Nice.
and I don't like Bacardi.
So what
That's the only
it's
white rum that I can
eccentric
think
when
of.
you're like a lawyer.
Yeah.
It's weird when you're not. So
Really?
I got to graduate to being eccentric.
I gotcha.
That's what I was.
I
told.
got you. Kind of leveled up.
Yeah. So I
Okay.
was weird, but
Now it's eccentric.
Mhm.
Well, it's 2020. You're not, people being weird is now cool. It's,
Yeah. Well,
it's
we just
eccentric now.
say it out loud. I think we were always.
Probably. Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah. The weird people that are weird now were always weird.
Right.
It's just like the defining name has changed. The label has kind of
Right.
like changed and evolved, and it's more or less accepted depending on what society says, which is always fun.
It is.
I love
it's
what
evolving,
I love
right?
watching society eat itself, and I just stay on the outskirts. I orbit
Yeah.
society, and I watch, and I every now and then I'll tempt, boop,
Yeah.
little.
we like-
You go in there and ruffle feathers.
Yeah,
Don't
just
lie.
I just ruffle,
You're
and then I
like, "You know
step
what?"
away. I
Like-
watch them consume themselves. It's
that
fantastic.
guy was talking shit about you.
Yeah. Ooh, burn!
What's up?
Oh
Then you walk
no
away.
way, bro! You gonna let him do you like that? That's crazy.
I'm originally from Boston, so you'd be the guy who like incited the bar fight, but
Gotcha.
you get hit.
I'm sitting at the bar with my drink, watching. I'm like, man, that guy got nailed. I think
That
he
guy
lost a
definitely
tooth.
just smacked your girl down.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Like, bro, I don't know you, and you don't know me. I have nothing to gain from this, but that dude totally just smacked your girl's ass.
No,
Like, I'm just gonna throw it out there.
Billy's personality is not to really say anything like
Yeah.
provocative,
No,
but
it's true.
just something that someone else probably won't like because it differs from their opinion.
Yeah, I
And
ask
that's all it
questions.
takes.
Sometimes
That's
all you
all
have
it
to do is
takes.
ask a question
It's
about
funny.
somebody.
It's funny to watch.
If you like question their pillars of life, and you just
Trying to
ask a question, sometimes that's all it takes for them to be just like, "Why are you questioning my life?"
Not even
Those are people
disagree.
who are just not comfortable with themselves.
Bingo. That's
Mm.
exactly what we were just talking about the other day.
Hi.
Oh, I see what you're doing, Luke. I
Yeah,
understand.
What's up?
I understand. Aaron, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. We really
it was really
appreciate it.
good.
And
It was
all the
fun.
cool things that you
This is a
have
cool crossover
have gotten
episode.
yourself involved in these days. And I would imagine, I mean, and we had this conversation the other day that a lot of people stay in a specific career because they believe that they're good at it. And a lot of times they're going to be good in whatever career they get involved in because of their work ethic, because of their drive, because of their ability to learn and innovate. So why law? Why did you chose law for a reason? You decided to put all your chips in at this specific time in your life. At 33 years old, you still have an entire lifetime ahead of you. But right now, killing it as an attorney. No pun intended. No pun intended. I'm not sure which one that falls under. But yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, so how was that? Was it a desire to help and aid? Was it a desire to defend and assist? Like, how did that all work out?
So I think I always wanted. I always wanted to be a lawyer. Come me being 16 years old. I
Sure.
definitely from a young age knew that I wanted to go to law school, wanted to be an attorney. I find the law really interesting. I find that
Yeah.
it's this man-made construct, right? So whenever people are like, "You're so smart in the law," and I'm like, people made this. Like
Yeah.
if you get to begin understanding people for what they are
Sure.
and having a decent amount of, psychology and sociology around
was
it,
just
the
about- yeah.
law evolves around that. So once you kind of grasp that, I think the law is really easy to interweave within, right?
Sure.
So I could,
It's like the Matrix. It's all around us.
yeah, it's just, we made this.
Yeah, we created it.
We created this. This is not a thing that exists in a vacuum, and it's
Yeah.
not stagnant. And, we made this. I did intern and worked as a law clerk and eventually got hired in a complex business litigation firm. And while I was doing fine there, it was boring. I didn't like it.
Gotcha.
It wasn't interesting.
Right.
So I decided to go into family law because I feel like I make an actual change in people's lives.
You
If
do.
I could help parents do a better job at maybe raising some better humans and not gifting their children their own psychological,
Disadvantages.
yeah, exactly.
Setting them up for failure in the future
Right.
by instilling the wrong kind of,
Make- yeah.
essence in the beginning.
Making them emotionally crippled, not, so I think that if I can provide some guidance, it's that like innate sense that everybody has that you want to change people for the better.
Sure, of course.
I think I also have a really bad hero complex. That's why I like superheroes.
Wonderful.
Like bad. I want to save everybody.
I love the fact that she admits it and acknowledges it.
It's
She's
bad.
like, yeah.
It's. I know I do. I know to my own, to my own detriment. Sometimes I get really sad because you can't fix everything, right? You can't
true.
win everyone. You can't do great and perfect for everybody.
Sure.
Sometimes it's not the best thing to try to fix someone.
And
Okay.
sometimes they don't want to be
I can
fixed.
fix them.
She's like, disagree. You just don't know you want to be fixed, but you do.
You need me to
And
fix
I'm
you.
going to help you.
I do. I feel like that. I feel like I want to help people. I want to guide them. And even maybe if they have some, opinions or theories about parenting or divorce or what fairness is to them, I want to guide them through it and make them feel better about their divorce,
Absolutely.
right? It's really important to me, the experience that clients have, and that's just not possible. It isn't possible to give that to everybody. It isn't
No, it's
reality,
not.
but I want it. Like I take my
Sure.
losses
Personally.
so hard.
Personally.
My
yeah.
wins, I'm like, cool. What's my next battle?
Next, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like,
You can
on to the
celebrate for a
next.
couple days, move right on. But the
No,
losses
I don't even
sit with you
celebrate
for a while.
like
Really?
I don't even celebrate for an hour. I'm like, sweet, I won. Who am I
Next.
fighting next? You
who's coming in the ring next?
Yeah. Do you smell? But I take my
losses sit
I
with
do.
you for a while.
They do, and they
Well,
they drag me down.
And sometimes, and I mean, it is as cliche as it sounds, our losses teach us more sometimes than wins do. Wins are like, congratulations, what you're doing is right. But a loss, you're like, shit. You're like, what can I have done differently, or how can I learn from this, or how can I evolve?
It's shitty, and I try to remind myself often, right? I don't make the facts, right?
It's true.
I didn't choose
Again.
for you two to get married. I didn't make your personality. I didn't make
Yeah.
you do any of these
I'm just trying to help,
behaviors,
man.
And I don't make the law.
Yeah,
So I got to take your shitty facts because
Yeah.
you suck.
yeah,
And the law because it's handed to me and I'm not a legislator.
yeah.
And I have to, somehow put this together in a way that I can present to the court to achieve a positive result.
Sure.
All at the same time and this is my personal theory, this is just my internal theory, and I think about this with every step that I take. It matters so much to me. Is what I'm doing going to harm the children once I leave their lives? Like, I am not going to be in these people's lives forever.
Sure.
I'm going to leave it. And am I going to leave them in a very harmed place
Sure.
where their parents can't deal with each other?
Well,
or they're not
yeah.
safe?
Like you were just saying, you want to see if you can help people instill the essence of a healthy childhood so that they become healthy adults. And even though you're only a part of this for a short period of time, you're taking that and looking 10 steps ahead and saying, how is this going to impact the children ultimately?
Right.
How is this going to impact them? Because this is one of those things that children, I would imagine, my mom and dad just celebrated their 50th wedding anniversary a couple weekends ago.
I bet that was
A lot of it was really sweet, man. It was really cool and incredible. But a lot of my friends, a lot of my close friends have grown up with divorce, and some have been okay, and some have been not so okay. One of my good friends got divorced a couple of years ago. It was pretty tough, and they had a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, how does a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old even understand the concept of what's happening?
They're not worried about it. They want to love both their parents.
Yeah,
So the people who keep going through this, like, my kids, and they're doing all of these things, sometimes I'm like, you're overthinking it.
right.
Children who have 2 separate happy homes are fine.
Gotcha.
They get 2 birthdays and 2 Christmases. This is cool.
Sure.
They're okay with it. The bad example of the 2 of you fighting
is the harm.
Yeah.
You can draw a straight line to their inability to be adults, to communicate, to the way you show them an example of how you fight with somebody and how you treat another human being that
Right.
is one half of them like
Sure.
shit.
Yeah.
So you are creating the harm.
Yeah.
If the two of you can separate and be happy and,
And be
kind
happy and be cool.
share time,
Sure.
your children will adapt to that. That's fine.
Of course.
And
Makes
your
sense.
children are fine with two households with two different sets of rules. I can bet you that your child has never been sitting in your house and gone, "Can I go to the bathroom?"
Right.
They've never done that. I guarantee you. And even if they raise their hand, they went, "I'm not out. I'm not at school." Right?
Yeah.
But they never wait for you to say, "Yes, you can go to the bathroom."
Sure. Of course.
They get their little butts up and they go to the bathroom.
Yeah, of
they
course.
go get a snack from the fridge or whatever your rules are.
Right. Right. Right.
So different rules in different houses.
Yeah.
Are
I like what you
fine.
said. Like at 4 and 6 years old, they don't know and they don't care.
They don't.
They just want a happy household. They just want love from their mom and their dad.
They just love you.
And that's
They,
it.
they just love you. Love
That's
them
it.
back.
Yeah.
Don't stop creating.
It's interesting because like I've never been married and I don't have kids. I have 2 puppies, which is fantastic.
The same.
But
Same.
like, right as I scroll through social media, I see so much. I see so much fighting, so much bitterness, so much using the kids as weapons, and they're fighting each other, and they're fighting over the most minuscule of things, the tiniest of details. And I'm thinking, man, like you guys think you're fighting each other and hurting each other when ultimately the kids are seeing all of this, and they're just like, what is going on? And that is who you're really hurting. That is who you're really inspiring to take on these attributes as an adult, you know. And
they don't know how to work through things, or they don't know how to like let shit go. Like I have clients who want to call me like, "I missed a phone call yesterday. We should file a motion for contempt." I'm like, "No, we shouldn't."
yeah, that's dumb.
I understand that that's not like
Yeah.
financially in my best interest, right? I make money if I file this motion. for
Yeah,
contempt,
but also you're giving healthy, transparent legal advice.
bro, you're petty.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, I don't want to go to court. I
Bro,
don't
you're
want to go
petty.
to court. I don't want to go to court for petty things.
For a phone call,
And I want to help people who need my help.
right?
Right? There are people who have like real problems
Yeah,
and need
not somebody
help.
who missed one phone call, and you're just like, no, you're like, listen, I have this family over here that really needs me, and that is where my attention is going to go.
Pull up a chair. Let me tell you a story.
I think the fact that you come at it from the kid's perspective helps you make a lot of those decisions. Am
Yeah.
I right?
For sure.
Oh, I would
Yeah.
imagine so. I would imagine so, and it's a great perspective to come from. Not only is it a great perspective, but it seems like, as an objective perspective, it seems like the best and most healthy way to do it. You know, because again, the parents already made their decisions. You can't do anything about them. They've already made their mistakes. They've already done what they needed to do. You can offer them guidance, but it really is the kids who are just passengers. They're not drivers at all.
They're along for the ride.
Yeah,
They don't get to choose any of this.
100%. You know, and and you're kind of like not even at the wheel yourself. You can only say, hey, go this way, or hey, go this way, or hey,
Put
let's
your
manage this.
blinker on. It's like I feel a little bit like. Did you ever see that? It's an insurance commercial, and it's about how they have aunts, and it's their aunts at home who are like, expired. I feel like one of those aunts in the passenger of a car, right? Exactly
yeah.
like that. Like, don't fight about the phone call. No one cares. The judge don't care. They got 4,000 cases, and they don't care about your phone call.
It's really good. You have fantastic accents.
Thank
Your
you.
accents are really good. You know, dialects are. Patricio, you didn't tell me that. You didn't tell me that. That was fantastic. Wow, man. And this gets your goose, man. This really fires you up, and you love it. You love it.
I'm like, I'm not filing that petty shit.
No,
But
and
I can also defeat it on the other side, right?
Sure.
So because I don't take my clients down a petty path,
right.
when I bring it up to the court and I go, Your Honor, this is rather petty, wouldn't you agree? The judges invariably, every time they're like, Attorney Morse is right, you know, like
This is some bullshit.
denied, right? Exactly, because they don't. The court.
Yeah.
That's the other
Plus,
thing.
the
is-
court has their time is finite as well.
Oh my God! Think of the crazy things that they probably have to deal with.
No.
With 4,000 cases, you think
Oh my
they care
God.
about your phone call?
Yeah, one phone call.
They don't.
Yeah.
They don't.
It's been interesting in the dating world and experiencing like meeting new people and like and you know. I'm okay. I'm an open book. You know, if you want to talk to me about something that's stressing you out, no problem. And a lot of the people that I've seen or dated, they've been divorced, and they share with me these things. They'll like send me a snapshot, and I'm going, I can't believe you guys are fighting over this. And they're like, you don't understand. I'm like, I get that, but this is so really. This is what you're investing your time in. I just don't understand. And it feels more
Yeah.
emotional than logical. It's just an emotional response, not a logical response at all. Yay! I got a gold star! Yay!
So,
and
I-
it's crazy to watch that happen.
I say this to my clients all the time. I said, you hired me to give you guidance,
Yeah.
not to be your yes man. I said it's not who I am as a person, so I never will
Exactly.
be. So I'm going to give you the advice.
Yeah.
That
And if you're
don't
hiring me
like.
for my advice, please take my advice. Like
Right.
I'm doing my best to help this is
Right.
not just to help you and
I
screw
will-
this person over. This is really just find a common and a healthy way to get to the end of this whole thing.
I will turn down cases if I think that
Sure.
the party wants to hire me for a petty reason.
There was a there was a comment that Jen Hogan had put up here, and she was kind of asking, like, how do you determine a case that you take on, or how do you determine who you work with, who you don't work with? Like, what kind of criteria do you look at when you say, you know what, I'm gonna work with this person
Well,
or not?
When clients come to see me, I know that they come to see me because they have something to tell me and questions to ask me. So whenever I begin, a consultation,
Sure.
I say, hey, listen, you didn't, pay for this consultation to just hear me talk.
Yeah.
So the way that I like to handle these consultations is I ask them to tell me a little bit about what's going on. And
You get right to it.
I do.
I actually watched a show. I think it was you and Patio Furniture quite some time ago, and you went over your kind of introduction.
Patio Dugan.
Yeah, Patio. Oh, do we have a new one?
Thank you, Erin.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Patio Dugan, I love it. And I really thought that was a fantastic way to look at that. Instead of instead of me telling you this is who I am, here are my credentials, this is what I've done. You're
don't
like,
care.
you're already here.
You could Google me.
Yeah, I'm not trying to exactly. You can look me up in the internet.
The fucking
I'm here to
internet.
listen to what you have to say, so we can figure out what's going on. Tell me what's going on.
And let me answer your question.
Yeah.
You paid for this. I charge for my consultations because I'll give away the goods. I'll give you all of the legal advice.
Ditto.
Well, you could
I mean,
never,
not legal advice, but music and
right.
IT
you,
advice.
You could, I can tell you everything about what you need to do.
Right.
This information's available on the internet, and the forms are free from the Supreme Court of Florida.
Right.
So who am I to hide that from you?
Sure.
So I don't. I give away all the goods, and that's my stock and trade is my advice.
Yeah. Again,
So-
that transparency is healthy, though.
I just
And I would imagine that
I'll
helps
give
build
you the
trust.
website.
It helps build trust. It's like, man, she didn't charge me $1,000 to do this. She was like, hey, here's a link.
you don't and there are certain types of cases and certain scenarios where I'm like, you don't need a cause of action. You need to contact this government agency. They will do it for you, and you don't have the risk of these other things that you're not looking for.
Yeah, that you don't even know that you're going to get if you go down this path.
Right. That you're going to open yourself up to because
Absolutely.
naturally this will be the the counter.
Yeah, the pendulum swings both ways, and it always comes back, man.
Right. So you can accomplish this goal for free, and they will do it on your behalf. And if something changes or this specific scenario related
Yeah.
to your case changes, give me a call then.
Yeah,
I'll help you out then.
yeah.
But
that's
before
when
that
that's
time,
when
don't
it's
pay me.
possibly a legal matter. But right now, you can do this.
It's with child support.
Yeah.
I'm like, go to the child support office. You don't need
yeah,
me.
they'll
Right.
take care
You
of
don't.
it for
Right.
you.
I'm like, you don't get your child support from the child support. It's fine.
Right.
Typically, what happens is he's going to file this case anyway. When he files that case, we'll respond. It's a cheaper filing fee.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
And it's interesting that I like the fact that you say I give away all the goods. Like I'm just here to help. I'm offering all this information, and you're still finding success.
yeah,
You know,
you don't have to play hide
Especially
the
with a guy
ball.
like Patio Furniture on your team. That's when you really know you made it big time.
I poached him. Did
Yeah?
he tell you?
No,
I did. I sought him out for about 6-8 months or so.
really, that had to
Yeah.
feel good, Patio Furniture.
Oh yeah.
To be sought out by Erin Morse.
My ego is so big.
That's
She told
just
me
like that
stories
too.
of My ego grows just a tad.
So you sought him out,
Yeah, I did.
really?
I did.
Where did you poach him from? I mean, we don't have to get too
Another
detailed.
law firm.
Really, you were like,
Yeah.
nope, I want him.
And I was like, I want you, and I'm going to readjust exactly what you do because I see that you work in law firms, but I don't think this is your passion. I see what your passion is, and I
Right.
think that I can place you in this position. That is a position I've developed that
Yeah.
not a lot of law firms have. I said, and I think that this will be an ideal way for you to use your particular, skills and personal interests.
Sure, absolutely.
And I'll reap the benefit.
And help
At
me
least she's
as well.
honest.
Yeah.
At least she's
Help
honest.
me help you. What's
And
up?
I think you answered this before, but Jen
Yeah.
said, what is your approach or philosophy to winning or representing a case? Aside from the fact that your focus is on the health of the children. Like,
So, I mean, you can ask Patio Dugan. I get some
Patio
real
Dugan.
good, like, slam dunk wins
Yeah.
where at the end of the trial or the mediation or whatever, I tell them what ended up happening, and they're like, you fucking cleaned his Glock. I'm not saying that doesn't happen. But
epidurals for everyone!
the irony with that is internally, like, the mediation I had with that guy.
Oh,
right? Okay. So
That guy.
in my mind, I still think to myself, like, I could have done better. Like, I was advising my client, like, perhaps if I went in a courtroom, I could have gotten a little bit more.
Sure.
But there is, and this is really the talk that I have to some clients in mediation. People say that, you can't buy like feelings, or you can't buy finality, or you can't buy whatever it is, right? The feeling of relief that you're going to have, that
Sure.
you can't. I said, but you have a dollar figure that we can attach
And you can buy a wave runner.
to your, you can. I totally had a thought from middle school, and I was like, no one's going to get what I just said, so I'm going to let it fly. So I said, you can attach a dollar figure
Sure.
to your relief and this being over. And that is, the $25,000 of attorney's fees you paid me.
Thank you.
But,
Sure.
well, whatever.
Yeah.
It would have been another 10.
You get what you pay for, man.
Right? So
true.
this client got everything.
Gotcha. Is that one of your biggest slam dunks?
No.
No. You've had bigger slam dunks.
Yeah.
Really? Can you tell us about your biggest slam dunk?
The biggest slam dunk that is, easy to tell the story
Sure.
of, but it's worth it, was actually one of my. I had one case in particular. I'll tell the story about two, and I can be very brief with them. One case where it was remember how I said I was good at complex business litigation? This was a federal business litigation case where I represented the defendant, right? So we had a counterclaim, and in mediation, this case settled on the petitioner, so the person who brought the multi-million-dollar claim, paid my client $80,000. So multi-million-dollar claim against this person. I counterclaimed. My counterclaim succeeded so much that it was $80,000 payable to him within 10 days.
Wow.
And y'all will wipe your hands of each
Wow.
other, and it's confidential.
And we're done.
And we'll
And
go.
we're done.
We'll go the
Wow.
fuck away, and you don't have to deal with me anymore. That's typically one of the things
Yeah.
that I try to tell the mediator.
It's one of the best benefits of this being over.
You don't have to deal with me anymore.
Yeah, like
I'm
I'm
a
done.
I've been a pain in your ass, and I know it. I know you can't.
And now
stand
I'm
me.
out.
I'm out.
We can shake hands and that's it.
Give
We're
him
over.
some money.
Yeah, give
Ah,
him the money.
Give him the money.
Pay that man his money.
You pay him the money.
Give him the money.
So my client was very happy with that naturally because he had a lot.
yeah.
He had a lot of anxiety. It was a multi-million-dollar claim, and he was, kind
That's
of.
that kind of thing will keep you up at night.
Well, they were credit card processors.
Gotcha.
Right? So this was a big company, and it was little old me who went against this major multinational company. Like
Gotcha.
he was out of Atlanta, Georgia, because that's where they took this case.
David and Goliath.
It really was. I was like,
Whack
got
whack a
it.
doodle.
I got
She
it.
got the giant in the face.
So later, when I spoke to this guy who was many years my senior, he goes, "Hey, you did a good job, this and that," and
You were like, I know.
and
Thank
he
you.
was like, "How long have you been practicing?" And at the time, I was like, a year and 3 months.
Killed it.
And he was
But
like,
you had the personality for it. You had the focus for
Right,
it.
I'm not afraid of
you.
you.
Knew what to do, and that's you bring up a great point. You're not afraid of it.
"No,
You
I
go
love
in
it."
there like guns blazing, ready to rock and roll with
'Cause I
knowledge and with poise,
Yeah, I like it. I like going
and
to
with an
court.
Apple pencil that has bunny ears on it.
It ain't gonna roll off the table.
Don't mess with Erin
It
Morse
won't
and
roll
her
off
Apple
the
pencil.
table. It
Mm-mm.
won't roll off the table. And
Yeah.
it's pink.
And it's
That's what matters.
that's awesome.
So, and then I had another case where the client hired me 3 weeks before the trial. I hope opposing counsel isn't watching this. She's great. I love her. She's such a great person.
I kind of hope she does. What's her name? We can tag her right
It
now.
don't matter. Do not.
No, I'm just kidding. No, you're fine.
So I get in the case like 3 weeks before the trial, which I know that probably you guys don't have a great perspective on this, but that you are like skin of your teeth, like sliding
Oh,
into
yeah.
home base, like, ooh, I hope I don't get tagged out. Like you are, this is a prayer. This is
3 weeks.
You're the Hail Mary.
I've been involved in 1 or 2 lawsuits before.
Yeah.
I
Well,
understand.
I mean, it's a divorce, and think about it. We're going through all of their financial history. This is
Oh,
a long-term
3
marriage.
weeks.
3 weeks before the trial. Like, I can't ask for any more
No.
discovery if they haven't completed it
Oh my
accurately.
gosh.
I can't depose him, so I don't know what he's going to say.
Wow. How did that even come to pass? How did
She-
you wind up
she-
stepping in 3 weeks before this whole
Well,
thing
she
happened?
set up a consultation with me, and she was like, "Hey, I wanna pick your brain."
Sure.
I pull up the docket. I talk to her, and I'm like, "Well, these are what I think you have. This is your
Sure.
claim about this. This is your claim about that. This is your, how this is going to go. These are what your facts say. This is what, is on the docket and
Here's
what I
the
know that
facts, man.
I can prove, right?"
Sure.
I said, "But I think you have a good case for this." And her attorney was giving her advice that she wasn't sure about, and it was just a different approach.
She
and
loved you. She felt comfortable with you.
And she was like, "Do you think you could do it?" And I'm like, "Of course I can."
Challenge accepted.
Yeah.
Confidence
Yeah,
wins.
I mean, that's kind of,
So
not out of your ballpark there.
So I get into the case, and where, to the point that I was in the case so new and there was so much information that the judge looked me in my eye on the day of trial and was like, Attorney Morse, I see how new you are to this case. Are you
sure?
Are you asking for a continuance? I said, no.
No, I'm ready to rock and
No,
roll, baby.
She wants this over.
Bang the fucking gavel.
I
Let's
was like,
do
we
this.
gonna do it. I'm like, you received my evidence binder, didn't you? And they were like, I have it here. Yeah, I do.
How did opposing counsel react to the fact that you were in so new and you were ready to go?
She knows me,
Sure.
so she was like,
She knew it was up.
oh,
She
I
knows
wish
what's
we
up.
went to mediation
She's like, I
together.
can't.
That's what she said.
I was kind of hoping
I
for a
think we
continuance
could've-
because I'm not ready for this.
I think we could have settled, and I'm like, we could have, but trial's tomorrow.
We
boo.
could have past tense.
But I wasn't there, so ding ding.
Ding ding, ring
Tagged
the
in.
bell. Let's do
That
it.
was the ref being like, and make it a fair fight. So I was like,
3
it will
weeks
be.
coming in cold, man.
So we get through the case, right? And this is a couple who was married long term. They had, settled some of the issues, but not all, like the big one. So, and this is this particular judge is a judge who is a stickler for the rules. He wants you to know the law, but I'm in front of him a lot.
Sure.
So he knows that I know the law. So, oftentimes he'll trust me with it, and he'll say, could you find that, Attorney Morse? I don't know that I know that particular, nuance to family law.
Sure.
And I'm usually like, if you can give me, we're virtual now, so I'm like, if you can give me one moment, I can cite it for you. And
Yeah.
I'll
I'll
be
bring
able
it
to
up right
pull-
now.
I only do family law, right? It's
Yeah,
like,
give me 30 seconds, dude. I got you.
I'll do a find function on my home screen.
Control F, F1.
Yeah. So, and the husband made substantially more money than the wife, who was a stay-at-home mom for like 20 years of their marriage, whatever. So she ended up getting $800 in alimony for half the term of the marriage, which was probably about 10 years, 8 years. He took 100% of the debt.
That's a huge win right there.
Wow.
That alone.
Well, that's why the alimony was lowered,
Yeah.
but, right? She got her $35,000, business account, because she had just started a business, and her business, which they didn't place a value to, which, golly, we just didn't know. So has to go to the wife because we don't know the value.
We don't know.
We don't know.
Yeah.
He testified he doesn't know.
35,000 sounds good.
35,000 is just the account. That doesn't take
That's just
into
the
account
beginning.
her expenses.
Yeah, not even close.
She has to buy things
Seriously,
for
for
the
a business. Do you guys know
He
what it
said,
takes to run
I
a
think
business?
I'm gonna. That's credible. And then he.
Check next.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I believe
Yep,
that.
sounds
yeah.
good. Next. Okay, let's
That's
do it.
legit. She got the boat and the trailer
Nice.
and her vehicle, and then child support, which was $500 a month. So
Wow.
her monthly payments ended up making it so because her business was smaller but impacted by COVID.
Sure, of
So
course.
she didn't have.
Is this is recent?
Yeah, it was a few weeks ago.
Wow, congratulations.
Yeah. So we got her.
And you feel really
everything
good
and
about that.
more.
That's
She was very
excellent.
happy.
Yeah,
So there was, no, but yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I like how you're glowing.
He
Like she's
teed up-
glowing.
he
And it's not
teed
the
up-
jacket.
I am. No, I'm like I get
It's
happy
fantastic.
for my clients.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
But
you have
he-
every right to.
He, she was a stay-at-home mom. She doesn't have the career prospects he has.
Right.
He makes some like 120 a year.
Yeah, she can't just jump into the job market the next day. She's
No,
making
she's
75K.
43.
Oh, wow.
Come on, it
Yeah.
wasn't gonna happen overnight. She
No,
had
not at
time.
all.
She needed,
Especially at 20 years. Like 20, this is what you've been doing since you're 23 to 43 years
Nothing.
old. It's like
Raising their
you've been
children.
raising children.
who are wonderful.
And you can't go back and be 23 again.
No.
Get those 20 years back.
So,
You got to start right
it was,
now.
It seems like it was unfair, right?
Sure.
In a way, like when I tell the story that way, but it
I
really
don't-
was fair because he has
Yeah.
the higher level of income. He'll
Yeah.
be able to pay
I don't
off
think
the
it sounds
debt.
unfair at all. I think that sounds pretty legit.
Right, but naturally that wasn't
Yeah.
whatever the
What they
settlement
wanted.
was, right? He thought, and this is what he testified to, so this is, public record. He testified to the fact that he will take all the debt, stupidly, and that
Don't take the debt.
he will, because he's willing to take all the debt, he shouldn't have to pay alimony. And the court was like, I will accept your offer on taking all the debt, but deny it on no alimony.
It's like yes and no.
Yeah,
Next.
he was like,
Let's
I'm
keep
glad you
going.
agreed to it because I think that's
Damn.
fair.
Yeah. Check.
I was like, I can't believe you. I asked him the question. He said, yeah, I'd be willing to take all the debt. And I was like, you would?
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
I was like, and,
Excellent.
That was
what-
easier than I thought.
what else would it be
What else
about
are you willing to take?
about equitable? What do you feel is you have the ability to pay for alimony? Shouldn't have to pay alimony because I'm taking all the debt.
Oh, it's a new subject.
Oh.
We already got past the debt
No,
thing.
it's
Now we're.
you think you shouldn't have to pay alimony? Why is that? Well, cause I shouldn't have to pay her.
Is that what he sounded like?
Yeah.
bet
It would
it is.
it would be unfair, wouldn't you think, if you had to pay alimony? Yeah, totally not fair. I'm not gonna pay her. I was like,
So angry.
is there anything else that I should have asked that you want to let the court know? Yeah. I love this
No,
one.
that's a terrible answer.
Oh yeah.
The right answer is no.
I think that I should I'll take all the debt because Rocka. He had already paid off all the debt. So first of all, he already paid off all the debt.
He already did it.
And then I showed
Who is
the-
his counsel? Terrible.
I
I'm sorry.
showed-
I don't
I
know who
lo-
you are. Maybe you're watching, but you made a mistake.
I showed
You gotta put out this comment right now.
Oh yeah. Shit, just take it all.
settle with me in mediation.
That's the thing, and you guys, from what I understand, that's always an option. You
Yeah, you
always
have to go to
have the
mediation
option
before you
to
can get in front
do
of the
that.
judge.
Like before you go that far in front of a judge, in front of really anybody, you have the chance to sit down at the table and come to
you're
come to an agreement.
required to.
Yeah, you have to. And I would imagine you want it to stop
well,
at
it's
mediation,
less costly
of
for
course.
the client, right? So if I think about this, and this is,
But you like court.
I love court.
You
so
love
if
court.
if I
You
need
like-
to do
you
it,
like
I'm
the
gonna
show.
do it.
You like to dance.
Well, see, remember I wanted to be model, right?
Yeah.
So I get to kind of perform on that
And
stage.
you get to be a cheerleader with your you get to enunciate.
The
You get
face.
to be,
Such a dream come
and
true.
you get your Apple Pencil.
and it won't roll off the table.
I mean, it's okay at mediation, but it's really awesome in court. I bet.
It never rolls.
Yeah, man, and it's
stays right there.
It's really interesting. There was a movie that came out a while ago called Collateral, and has Tom Cruise in it, Jamie Foxx in it, and Jada Pinkett Smith, and
Okay.
she's an attorney. And he said, "What do you do before you? What is your thing like before you go to case? Like, do you cry?" She's like, "I don't cry." She's like, "That's not what I do." She's like, I get sick.
It's
and then
the
I'm done.
eye of the tiger.
Yeah, she's like,
that's more my
She has
vibe.
like her little thing. She goes through whatever she needs to do. Like people ask us all the time, "Are you guys, how are you not nervous playing in front of 1,000 people?" I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
"Well, we are, but we love it. Like I like it, and it invigorates me and it motivates me. And I realize that you have one chance. And I've always loved theater and entertainment because you can't go back and take a second take. You can't do it.
Eminem told
Like
us.
you have to exactly. That's right. Lose yourself, Jim.
Yeah.
So it's that's one of my favorite parts about it. And I've always been fascinated with law. Absolutely fascinated with law. It just it blows my mind. So it's so cool to sit here with somebody that this is your path, and I've thought about it. I thought about it quite some time ago, looking at the aspects and all the different variations of law, and it just
Yeah.
seems so mesmerizing to me. But I bet in the court, like man, you just have to be on fire, dude.
I love it.
Yeah.
On days that I have court, I'm, my staff
Just
will tell you
eye of the
I'm
tiger.
happier.
Clink.
It's that's my vibe with
Yeah.
court. I'm like, this is the eye of the tiger. Like I'm coming into the
I'm gonna go
office.
get some.
Do you enter the courtroom like that? You get like
No,
like,
typically I'm
like
like-
fanfare, like WWE when they introduce the wrestlers.
you have a
They open the
song.
doors. They have the song. You got your posse with you entering
Yeah.
the courtroom.
Yeah, yeah.
Here we go.
It's like Britney Toxic.
Let's do this.
Opposing counsel's like, can we settle? Is it too late? Can we go back to mediation? How do we do this?
So I do enjoy it. It's really fun. One of my most recent court dates, I came into the office and I dress up even if it's on Zoom. I still kind
Sure.
of get in the zone.
do the thing.
Yeah. So Alex and one of the other employees were like, "You look really good today." I'm like, "Someone's going down."
I'm taking somebody down.
Got this court today. So yeah, I do like it. I do.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. I
it's
mean, you
fun.
kind of have to, to a degree. You kind of have to.
Yeah.
You have to enjoy all aspects of it, or find joy in all aspects of it.
Yeah.
I would imagine you prefer to go to mediation and settle, and everybody's cool, man. No big
No,
deal.
I prefer to go to court, but what's
You
best
like
for my
court.
client is
There you go.
I hate mediation.
Her personal preference is let's go to court. Let's
It is,
do this.
and that's my favorite
Battle
part
Royale.
about it. That's my favorite part about mediation is that if I feel like it's not going as well, or it's not exactly what I think it should be,
Sure.
or I advise my client, I typically am like, I don't mind taking this to the judge. I have no level of desperation. The only thing that stops me from taking the judge is the fact that this guy, my client, right?
Sure.
You're my client now, right?
Congratulations.
He's fucking holding me back.
Yeah. He's
So-
stopping me. I'm the tiger, baby. Let me loose.
fucking convince him he should take it. Because I'm like, oh, that ain't a great deal.
I'm ready to
go to
go.
court.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
ready to
like,
go, bro.
He's holding me back. You
Yeah,
know?
like I'm ready. Let's
Yeah.
do this.
And then as soon as you see mediation start to go south, you're like,
Yeah, I can't tell you.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many mediations I've been in that I want to be like, I'm asking my client, I lean over and I'm like, can I fucking say if they don't take this, we're taking it to court? Can I say mediation is over if they don't come back with something good?
Yep.
Or when they come, sometimes the mediator will come and, they'll give some stupid offer. And I'm like, tell them I'm leaving.
Yeah, I don't even have time for this.
I'm like, no, you know what? Mediation's going to be over if they're going to come at us with that.
I need to charge my Apple Pen. I
They
gotta go.
absolutely know that that's unreasonable. So why don't you go back and tell
It's
them
kind
try
of
again.
insulting. Kind of insulting. Like
That's exactly how I
you
feel.
know this is unreasonable. Like
That's
don't waste
his
my time.
worst day in court. Why would he ever do that?
Yeah.
So if that's where you are and you have no budging,
Yeah.
I'm like, tell them no and
Yeah.
try again.
Yeah.
Like
That's
I've
it.
done that a couple times. I said, and if you feel like we're getting nowhere in
Yeah.
a mediator, I said, I assure you, we'll pay you for your time. I was like, but please let me go home.
Yeah.
Like
I have better
let us
things
leave.
to do.
Let
wasting
us
my time.
leave.
Yeah, you're wasting my time.
If you think they don't have budging from there, you
Yeah.
as the mediator, let's call it now. And they're like, it's been 20 minutes. It's only, it's only, that's only the first
It's
offer.
only been 34 seconds, Erin.
I'm
Goodness
like-
gracious.
I'm like, but that was bullshit. I'm like, I don't know. Like that was, so that about, 60% of the time it works every time, right?
Every time. Yeah, baby. There's real pieces of tiger in here.
So sometimes I say that and the mediator goes back and really does, I get to kind of
Panther.
I get to kind of inspire the mediator to say,
Sure.
buddy, you got to do better. Like I'm not going back in that room with another asinine.
Yeah, I'm not doing
thing.
that, bro.
And a little bit of me, and this isn't probably the right analysis, but I believe it.
It is.
I believe that the mediator, like I kind of want to tell the mediator, like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Like you let them say that out loud. You are an attorney because in order to typically,
Be a
the-
mediator.
yeah, for
Gotcha.
family law, right, for this level of whatever, they typically are lawyers because of how educated you are required to be.
Sure.
So I'm like, what the court does in these cases. So you as an attorney, like I almost feel like I want to blame you as a mediator. I understand that you're the messenger, but it isn't your job just to go from room to room. Like we could text message
Yeah.
if that's what you think you want to do.
Yeah.
I don't need
like,
you. I
would
don't
you accept this? Don't even bring me
Like
this
you're an
crap.
attorney, you know better.
like
You're wasting everybody's time
You
here.
know better. You know that's
Yeah.
going to get no one even in the ballpark.
Yeah.
We won't even be in the same universe for settlement.
It's like, hey, bring him this offer. No, I'm not going to do that. It's a terrible
Right.
offer. You need to you need to
Hey,
for-
like
yeah.
why
You need to-
why would you as the mediator not go, why would he accept this?
Yeah.
What would motivate him to accept this?
Yeah.
Like, can you do some critical thinking?
Yeah.
That is your job.
I
Grease
like
the
what you
wheels
said
of
earlier.
settlement.
You're like, I'm ready to go. This guy's holding me back.
I do it all the time. I'm
Like,
like,
can
my
I-
client won't let me, and I want to
You're
call
like,
it.
Can I
So
tell him? Can I say
Can I
if
say
you don't accept this, we're going to
I'm
court?
like, can you let me just set this
Can-
for hearing?
can
Or
please? I really just want to say this. Like,
I really want to call it. Well, for one of the mediations that I recently had, they were pissing me off with their offers. It was asinine, right?
this is some bullshit.
So during mediation, this was like it ended up being almost a 9-hour mediation.
My God.
During mediation, like halfway through the mediation, I call my
Uber
office-
Eats.
I call my office
Okay.
manager, and I'm like, Marcos, hey, Marcos. Right now, I want you to prepare and file a notice of readiness for trial. Okay? Tell the judge we want to be on the trial docket now. So it's
Right now.
it's electronic filing, right, in court.
Sure.
So every attorney, right, and this attorney would get it, or his assistant would get an email that I filed this notice of readiness for trial. So basically, I told him I already know we're not settling, and I'm going to trial.
Yep, I'm ready to go. Ring the bell.
Right. So tell the judge, get us a date, get us moving
And
forward.
they're just like, oh, okay.
All of a sudden,
So they
this-
get the email during mediation,
Action.
Yeah.
and you haven't even like finished.
we haven't finished
Action.
negotiating.
Yeah,
But they got the email that I already went, fuck you.
Yeah.
Take me to trial.
ready to do this.
Right.
You're wasting my time. You're wasting everybody's time, and I love trial. Take me. Let's do it.
Then it's settled
Yeah.
on very favorable terms to my client.
Well, surprise, surprise.
Huh.
Look at that.
But I had to beg
Action incites action.
I had to beg my client for permission to do that.
Yeah.
Like she's kind and she wanted to
Yeah.
do what was best.
Trying to be cool, trying to be easygoing.
Well, she was like, we're trying to settle. Like, is that in the, she's just a good person. She's a good mom, a mama
Right.
for, like, really is trying with him.
So you're really trying to like understand where she's coming from, but also
Well, I
be
have to
that.
respect her. She's my client.
Absolutely.
So I'm trying to talk her into it. And I'm like, listen, I can withdraw my request.
I will be the aggressive one. You
I'm
can
like,
still be the
blame
cool
me.
one.
You can just
Yeah.
say that like I'm the problem. I'm like, but
I like that. I don't care.
I love it. I'm like, tell all your friends.
Yeah, tell everybody.
Like,
she's
tell your
vicious.
husband to tell all his friends.
She's vicious. Oh
Right.
yeah. Tell your husband if everybody wants to come and watch him lose.
Here's
Come
the date.
on,
We'll
here's the
send
date.
him the Zoom link. They're
Here's
public
the date.
proceedings. So
Watch my husband get my ex-husband get his ass kicked in court. Here's the Facebook Live link right here.
So, it was, in my opinion, I was very frustrated with their
Sure.
position. So, and
Yeah.
our mediator was really good, but I filed the notice of readiness for trial and then it settled. So,
Yeah.
but if you file a notice of readiness for trial and then not long after that, you file, your settlement agreement.
Sure.
The court's like, I see what you did there.
I understand what you just
They-
did.
It's a
You know,
move.
And this, oh yeah,
Yeah,
and
it's
this
like chess.
particular,
I love
this
chess.
this particular opposing counsel kept telling me that Judge Jetson, that's not the judge's name,
Bum bum ba-dum.
in the future, Judge Jetson wasn't going to award this, and literally what I said was,
Did you see the eyebrow? I just want you guys to see this. Did you see that eyebrow pop up right there? That's when you know shit's about to go down.
what? And I went, well, when was your last trial with Judge Jetson? Well, he's not scheduling trials. I'm like, that's interesting. I've had 4 in the last month
That many.
in front of him.
Ooh.
I said, and I know what he's already ruled on.
She sounds ruthless and badass.
No, I'm
Confident.
nice. Look at how nice.
Very confident.
Don't I look so nice?
She has
Like
the
a nice
ability to be
person?
nice and very caring. I'm sure a very loving mother and a very caring wife.
I care about my client's children, and I'm sure not
Absolutely.
going to let you drag my client through the mud because
Boom,
this
baby.
fight
No
harms
mud
their
here.
children. So why don't you end it?
That's really what it's all about. She's defending the
It
kids.
is. It is.
For kids that can't defend themselves.
Well, if the parties keep dragging this shit out, they
Yeah.
only harm their kids.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because it has to cause so much duress and stress for the children to just watch this whole thing
Or
go
to
on.
their parents being stressed out.
Yeah, absolutely.
You
Because
know?
it's the trickle down effect. If mom's super stressed out, then the kids they just soak that in. Then they go over to dad's and he's fighting, he's upset, and he's stressed out, and it's just ongoing and ongoing and ongoing. And unfortunately, they're the recipients of all the combined stress and frustration that their parents are both experiencing because
So
they can't get
cut
through this
the
shit. Yeah,
Cut the shit.
get through it.
Go to trial.
Get in touch with
finish
Erin
it.
Morse. Make it happen, baby.
That's right.
I love it.
What you
Thank
need.
you so much for joining us. That is awesome, man. So cool. Excellent. I mean, Patio lied a lot about you, but most of it was pretty. Most of it was
Depends on
most
what
of
it was.
Pretty
If
good.
he said I was like nice, that's what the lie was.
Yeah, I think you have the ability to be extremely nice, very caring.
You've
and a
been very nice
loving
to
individual.
us.
Yeah, you've been very nice to us.
I don't think it's that I'm bitchy at all. I'm assertive. If I were a man, no one would be like,
No, I think it's fantastic. I think it's
He's
awesome.
bitchy.
You know what you want, and you gonna get it. Period.
On
And you
behalf of
love
others.
to be in
And you
court.
know how to get it.
Yeah, and
You're very
I like
confident
that.
about it.
I like that. Like you like
See?
you like the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You settle the cases you can't win in court.
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
And again, if the other side has a good claim and the facts
Sure.
are bad, you call opposing counsel. You're like, hey, we'll agree to this. I've advised my clients at times,
Sure.
like, you fucked up. Pay his attorney's fees.
Yeah, you messed up. I'm here to
like,
give you
let's-
advice.
How about we reduce the amount of attorney's fees? If we go to a hearing, you're gonna pay, $1,500, $2,000 in
Yeah.
attorney's fees. If we settle it now, I probably can get them to be $400.
Let's just call it, man.
Call it. I'm like, they'll cancel
Take
their
the
hearing.
L. Take the L, bro. It's a little L. Or we can keep going, and you're gonna take a big L.
And then the judge sees you and knows you as the non-compliant party,
Yep.
which is what you don't want. You don't want the judge placing his eyes on you, going, "You're kind of a moron,"
Yeah,
and you're going to pay attorney
Because
fees
the next
about
time you
it.
show up, they're gonna be like, "Oh, here's this moron again."
Or they'll look at these court orders that the
Yeah.
judge issued. They're probably
Yeah.
not going to go through,
Sure.
the court and be like, "Oh, well, you guys came to an agreement." They're going to go, "You came to an agreement when you were wrong." How
Yeah.
reasonable is that?
Yeah. There's
I like that.
Yeah.
Thanks for not wasting my
Yeah.
time.
Thank you for not wasting my time.
attorneys.
Yeah.
I've had a judge say that. Hey, thank you for not wasting my time
Sure.
and coming to these agreements.
Yeah.
They know it's the clients. They know it's not us, but
Sure.
I do my best not to bring like a
Like you
stupid
said,
position.
you're the
into
legal
court.
representative. You're
Right.
just representing them legally, you
Right.
know. But you're the voice of what you believe, and what the client says. Okay, this is what I want to do.
Right.
But you interject with, I think we should do this, or I think we should do this, and
And-
sometimes they say okay, sometimes they don't.
Right. And you saying that, like, hey, this is a little L, like a little loss. In my opinion, I interpret it a little bit as a win, because you didn't go get this negative. Usually I get to control then what ends up in the order, right? That it's not contempt, it's enforcement. The attorney got $400. The other side feels like they won. I will
That's a
tell
W.
that's a win for you,
Yeah.
because we shielded you from what harm could
Yeah.
have come from you.
We
That's
protected
that's a
you.
win, right?
Yeah.
So I kind of interpret that scenario also as a win, right? Because you didn't have a finding of
could have been
contempt.
so
it
much
wasn't
worse.
a sanction. The judge wasn't like, I think $2,000 is great for this hearing. That this attorney doesn't have to work that hard, gets $400. The other side feels like they won. And again,
Everybody goes home happy.
and sometimes I tell the attorney, I'm like, tell your client you fought me really hard, that I was really bitchy about this, okay? Tell them I was awful to deal with, that you fought up
Make
and
me the bad
down.
guy. That's
Make
fine.
me the bad guy.
I love
it's
it.
no problem.
I don't care.
I don't give a shit.
I don't care.
Okay? Tell them how awful I am, that you fought and you won this battle. You be the superhero.
Sure.
Can we agree that it's enforcement and $400 and he'll be in compliance in 20 days? Can you? Do you mind?
We could just call it what
Let's
it
not
is
have
and
this
let's go.
hearing. If you want to hold him in contempt of that court order because he's not in compliance, you'll have the ability to do it and get your attorney's fees at that time.
Right.
Could we settle this?
Yeah.
Let's let this go.
Yeah. That's it, man. I got bigger fish to fry.
Both of us do. How about
Yeah.
you make your quick $400, put
Yeah.
it towards, your attorney's
You can feel
fees.
like you won.
Right.
I can give a W to my client as well and
Right,
protect
and
them.
my client doesn't have to pay me to go to a hearing that they then have more attorney's fees, right? This isn't. I'm like, you didn't have a chance of winning
Yeah.
this, buddy. You fucked up.
and ultimately, you're just wasting everybody's time.
Right.
Yeah.
So if we know, we know. And
Yeah,
then usually
absolutely.
opposing counsel's like, really? Thanks. And then their case goes better because then now I'm getting along with counsel because they
Right.
know I'm not unreasonable and that I really am trying with my client.
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
So I get to,
yeah.
reduce the
Bring all the
fighting.
people in. Now we're
That's a
all getting along.
win,
We're all
right?
getting along.
So sometimes opposing counsel thinks they won and they
Sure.
got their money. But what they don't know is what I just protected my client from.
Yeah, exactly. They get the little tip of the iceberg. They're like, yay, but they didn't see all this down here.
That's right.
Yeah,
There's
that's-
so much.
That's the way.
I mean, but
You
again,
love
that's the
this.
balance. I
You
do. I love
love
it. This
this.
is chestnut checkers, baby.
I love it.
Yeah, I do.
love it,
I love
man.
it.
Dude, it's super inspirational. And we've had a lot of people. We've done a lot of these interviews, and sometimes people are like, "We don't play music or make food. I don't understand. How do we fit in?"
Oh, I was like, I love food and music. This is
And
so
I'm-
cool. I can't
I'm like,
wait.
dude, you're passionate about what you do.
Yeah.
Like, you're super passionate about what you do, and we love to speak to people that are passionate. We love to hear people speak about what they're freaking passionate about. Like our community is full of incredible people of all walks of life. They love all different stuff, and it's like sometimes just to speak with somebody or hear somebody. Like I've just seen comment after comment, like, "This is so interesting. She's so badass. This is so inspirational," over and over and over and over again. And it's just really, really interesting to see all the different facets of people that are just passionate about whatever they're passionate about. And they bring that to the show, and we just give them the platform to be as amazing as they want to be. And you killed it tonight. Thank you so much,
Thanks,
Erin.
I appreciate it. Sometimes, it's harder being on the doing side. I actually really recently this week in particular, had like just a stressful day. And, my poor husband got the brunt of it. And I tried to I was like, I'm having a bad day and I'm feeling really fucking stressed out, a lot of cussing. And,
She's Irish. You know.
yeah,
big
I'm
part of
the
it.
fiery Irish woman. I'm from Boston. Like, it's not safe. So
Layers and layers
you
and
are
layers
not
of
safe.
feistiness. Super feisty.
So I came home and he saw that I was like, Rasa, and he's such a kind human being. He's so amazing, and he comes to talk to me.
We love you, Samuel. Thank you.
And he
Thank you for being patient and supportive. Thank you very much.
he is. So he, comes and tries to talk to me, and I'm trying to be like, give me a moment. It's not safe.
Yeah.
And he.
Not
he really,
safe.
It's not.
Give me some space.
And I'm out with it. I'm like, this isn't about you. This is
Yeah.
like my stressful
I'm
day.
just pissed right now. I'm just stressed right now.
And I think that, and then he kind of went at me again, and I was like, you know what?
You're about
And
to
this
get
with
it.
my office, and no, I was really just
Yeah.
complaining about like the practice of law and how much pressure we have.
Sure,
and,
absolutely.
some of my clients can be really stressful. Those ones that come at me with the bad facts and are like, why can't you fix it? And I'm like, oh. What?
Yeah.
You did this.
You're giving me a pallet of crap to work with, bro. Like, I can't make it
Exactly.
any better than what you gave me. You
This-
messed up.
Right.
And you're expecting me to paint something Amazing.
So, and then I'm stressed out about, one thing. And I just kind of went on this tangent and I, went on. And he just was like, and then I tried to leave and go, take a shower. And this is
Kind of
non-sexual.
decompress.
Yeah. And he like went in the shower and he's like, no, I want you to tell me. He's like, what's wrong? What else do you need? What do you think needs to change? And he just let me kind of like vent through it. And my
sure.
venting is scary. My venting
I couldn't imagine.
is scary.
She
My
has a lot of
venting,
energy. It's a
my
lot of energy.
venting when I'm overwhelmed is scary.
Yeah.
So, but he doesn't mind, and he was like, I think
He
it-
doesn't take it personally. He
Not at
understands
all.
you're just venting.
right. And he was like, later on when we were kind of sitting there watching TV, he goes, "You just needed to like let it out.
Get
You
it
can't
out.
be this passionate and intense of an
Yeah.
attorney."
And keep all that energy.
and
in
keep
there.
all that like
Yeah.
bound up, or not have like someone or some opportunity where you can just like
You need an
scream
outlet.
about it.
Yeah, you need an
He's
outlet.
like, I know it's not about me. You're not mad at me. Like
Yeah.
you
Wow.
had
Good
to
job,
kind of-
Samuel.
I know, he's amazing.
Well done,
That's why
Samuel.
he got the capital H. I married him after knowing him for 4 months, and I'm a divorce lawyer. So that should tell you.
Wow.
He's a
It's
hell
an
of a guy.
That's an amazing
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, he
4
really.
months.
Yeah, he's a
wow.
hell of a guy.
How long have you guys been married?
Job.
Year and a half now.
What you look at Patricio for?
What?
What?
Would you look at him for?
No, you met Sam at Papa Price's ranch.
I did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's him. That's the fella with the tattoos and such.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're nice tattoos. Yeah. I love those. Yes, he's actually my second husband.
Gotcha. I imagined.
So yeah, well,
I assume so.
my first husband passed away. So
How long were you guys married?
7 years, but together for 13.
That's a long time.
Yeah. So since I
Wow.
was.
Was it a sudden thing? Was it
Yeah,
something that you?
it was
gotcha.
unexpected. And
Really?
Yeah. So he's the father of my son. So
Gotcha.
yeah. So sometimes when people come at me with their fucking tragedy, I'm
Yeah,
like,
don't-
you
don't-
don't fucking know problems.
Don't give me your bullshit, bro. You don't even want to
So,
hear my bullshit.
Yeah. But I think
But Samuel stepped in.
he's fantastic.
Is your
He
guiding
is.
light.
He
An
is.
incredible guy.
He's empathetic and understanding, and he doesn't take shit personally. I mean, I'd like to think that I try very hard.
What's the age difference between you guys?
I'm 3 years older than him.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well done. Good job, Samuel. I mean, you must have done something right. She's brilliant and diabolical.
So he actually helps out with the firm like on HR side of things,
Nice.
right? Because coming directly to me obviously wouldn't be ideal. Shocker. Wouldn't you want to confront me with your human resources problem?
This is some petty bullshit. Get the fuck out
You
of here.
petty, and I don't give a fuck. I have no idea why I have no staff.
We were, the great Commodore and I actually got to visit your office just a few days ago on Monday. Actually, we were there. We got to see where Patio started,
Oh,
and we got to
yeah.
see where he is now. We got to
Started
see
from the
Alex.
bottom, now we're here.
That's right. We got to. It's exactly what he said. I started from the bottom. Now I'm here. We got to see Alex's little area, and
sounded
we were
like
told many
Jay-Z.
times. It did a little bit. We were told many times, don't touch Alex's stuff. She'll know. She'll know you touched her stuff. And I was like, okay. I mean, that's fine. I won't do that. But you have a beautiful office.
Thank you.
You have a
thank
beautiful.
you.
He took us up to. Are we allowed to say we went to the second and the second floor?
Yeah.
We didn't get. Did we go to the third floor?
No, we don't touch the third floor. We
The
don't talk
second
about
floor has a fantastic conference table. When are you going to get a conference table like that?
I have one.
That
You didn't see my conference room?
is that the that's the first. That's where we were, right?
that. Yeah, we were at the first floor.
Then we went to the second floor.
Yeah, that's for like.
Oh, the really big one.
Yeah, the really big.
Listen,
the
you're Aaron
seats?
Morse. You know this, right?
And the whiteboard
If
with
you
the
need-
curtain.
Everything is virtual.
Now it is, right?
Now, yeah.
How is? Does that take away a little of the light?
I love it.
Yeah, you
It's so.
you prefer it?
Yeah, I do. I hope to never go back.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I have so much control.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's it right there.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we nailed it.
Yeah.
Kids control.
My client gets to sit next to me like this, and the judge isn't there, so I can do one of these. Usually, this is the note I write.
Gotcha.
Shut the fuck up.
Stop talking.
Don't make that fucking face.
Yeah.
The judge
Sit
can
here.
see you.
Sit here and just
Right. Exactly. Just.
let me talk.
Because we have an HD camera on our clients, so
Yeah.
the judge sees
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So, but
Gotcha.
it helps out in a lot of ways for them to come into my office because I make sure that they're connected, they're on time,
Right.
they look professional. Right?
Yeah,
'Cause if
they're ready to go.
If they're going to their attorney's office, they're not going to be like in a t-shirt.
Yeah, they're
or
ready
like
to go.
yelling at their significant other, like "Take the chicken out."
And the dogs
you
are
know?
barking. And
Dogs.
people are getting
All that stuff, I
crazy.
get to kind of
Yeah,
control.
you get
their
to control
scenario.
the environment.
Also, my clients, I think, feel less stressed because they have me, by their side.
You're right there.
Right, and
Sure.
they have me by their side, and they're not in a courtroom, right?
Right.
So it's
Which
not
is
this
also-
big, scary
yeah.
mahogany.
It can be
That's
very very interesting,
intimidating.
very intimidating
I
to
imagine
step into
it's
something
very
like
scary
that.
if if you don't do it every day, right?
Yeah.
Now, in my interpretation, some
I've been
of the
I've been in a
courtrooms-
couple of those before.
Yeah,
It's a lot of fun.
It is.
It's so much fun.
I want.
I-
So
I-
I have a trial, a fake trial. What's the phrase I'm looking for? A mock trial that I want to do.
Okay, I'm down.
All right, I'm coming
Whatever it
in on
is, that's all I
I
want
need
to
a
know. I'm
jury.
in.
I need a good jury.
Awesome.
I need a good jury.
Whatever you need, I'm down.
All
That
right.
sounds like fun.
I want to do a mock trial. Like I'm going to have one of my colleagues actually be a judge. I'm going to have attorney Bonilla be the opposing side, and we're
Okay.
going to kind of go head to head. I'm
Hell
going to
yeah.
record it. I'm going to,
Oh, I'm down.
yeah.
That would be so awesome. I'm excited right now. When can we do it now? When are we doing it? When is it happening?
It's I don't know. I
I got a
have
jacket
to,
and everything.
Oh, I love it. It's going to be so cool.
You gotta put the comment up from Super Dave.
Oh, stand by, stand by. Oh, there's Super right there. What's up? Wait a second. I'm the tattooed fellow, and don't touch Alex's shit. She will chase you through that office with a taser.
Hashtag speaking from experience.
I heard Alex and Super
He's-
were.
wait.
I heard they're dating now.
He's not the tattooed fella.
No, sorry, you're not. Sorry. Now Samuel begins with an S, and so does Super Dave, but they're not the same S. Completely different S.
It's funny.
Oh, that is true.
My
What up,
husband's about
Subs?
to
Good see you, my
comment
dude.
under my name and be like, no, that's me.
Yeah. I'm the
So-
tattoo guy.
so he came into the office and did kind of like a little HR meeting about a couple of the things I was unloading about with the whole staff. And, the only part that was interesting about anything he said at that time, I wasn't in on the meeting. I was like, don't have me in on the meeting. Make
Yeah,
sure
it's
that,
probably best that I'm not there.
well, and I want my employees to have a safe space, right? Where
Sure.
I'm not like, what do you have to say
Yeah.
about me?
They can speak openly, and you're not like.
What did you say?
I hear
Yeah.
you.
So I kind of want them to have the opportunity
Sure.
to, not have me in their face or feel like they can speak up. I want them to speak up.
Sure.
They could speak up confidentially with him personally or, in this meeting. Anyway, one of the things they were talking about was who someone was dating. And, I asked because, laughter erupted in the room and that's all I heard.
You're like,
And I was like, no, and he told me the story. He's like, Patricio told me the story. And he goes,
Ooh.
yeah, it's okay. I fight outside my weight class as well. And he was talking about dating.
gotcha.
He's a diesel mechanic, so, which I love. I think it's amazing. I like
Clearly.
that blue collar
Sure.
thing. I think it's very.
Nice. I was
Something
going to
about
ask. It seems that in a lot of aspects of your life, you enjoy the aspect of control. Like you like to be able to manage and control. Is there an aspect of your
That's a
life that
yes.
you like to relinquish control, and that you
Like-
have someone you trust where you allow them to take
At
control?
home and personally, I'm like I don't want to make the decisions.
Gotcha.
I don't want to decide what we have for dinner. I don't want to
Sure.
decide
'Cause
how
I imagine
we paint
that's
the
what you do all
wall.
day long.
I
Like, you do this
do.
all day.
So I need somebody that I trust that I can be like anything.
You take the wheel.
and
Samuel, take the wheel.
So anything that we have as a decision at home,
Sure.
I really, really defer to him, and I like to. I really enjoy, that aspect of who he is, because a lot of times if people were to date me, they'd be like, I imagine you want control over everything, and I'm like, I'm so tired.
You're like, actually, I'm tired of. I've done this all day long.
He says that's why we don't get into fights, because I got all my arguing out.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, yeah, you have an outlet.
yeah. So when I'm home, I'm typically like, I agree.
You're like,
yeah,
that's fine.
anything you want.
I'm cool with that.
Okay. here's-
Nice.
Yeah, wow. Well, yeah.
Here's this thing. You take that.
That's the credit card.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Here's the money. Do you need a check or the card?
Here you go. Whatever. Do you need the paper or the plastic?
sign
It's
my name.
Completely up to you. That's
cool.
That's totally fine.
It's fine.
That's awesome. It has to feel
Yeah.
good though to have a teammate like that.
Yeah,
Where you can
and-
just go home and you know everything's taken care of. You know you're okay. You know good decisions are being made. It's probably very similar to somebody coming and working with you, and they trust you and they know you're going to make the decisions in their best interest, in the
Right.
kids' best interest. So there's like that dichotomy, but on both sides. In one aspect, you get to be the person that is the leader, and you're offering safety and security and advice, and then you get to go home to a wonderful family and a wonderful household,
Yeah.
and you
And
have
receive it.
Samuel who's offering that to you, saying, "Hey, baby, I got you." Like,
Yeah,
it's okay.
he does. He's like, hey, and he handles things. He's really great at it, and he's just kind
Good
of
for you, man.
good at knowing.
Congratulations.
He's really good at, knowing ahead of time. Like, I think that and he'll do this. I think that you would have liked this, and this is the decision I made, and I'm like,
You nailed me, baby. Thank you.
nailed it,
Love it.
nailed it.
Love
Thank
it.
you.
That's awesome.
But with my employees, one of the things is I don't like to micromanage.
Right.
I feel very, adverse to that. I
Sure.
feel very frustrated if I have to micromanage.
Sure, absolutely.
So I want to kind
Well,
of.
you got enough to do, dude.
Yeah, I want to give the guidance, and I want to be like, it's okay. You can, I like having the kind of employees that I can trust to make like little decisions.
Sure.
Respond to the client. If it seems complex and they need to talk to me, just set them for an appointment. It's no
Yeah.
problem. Respond to their email, set them for a time. Hey, you have a time certain call with Attorney Morse. This sounds like you've got a lot going on, and you really deserve the opportunity to speak with the attorney. Like,
Yeah.
respond to them and make them feel comfortable and heard, and let them have the chance to
Nice.
to be heard, right? I don't want them to be ignored, and I
Yeah,
don't
absolutely.
want you to be
You want everybody to
overburdened.
feel like they had their opportunity to speak their heart and to get everything out, and
Yeah.
to feel like they're not having to hold everything in, like they
Right.
had a chance.
Right.
And they have opportunity to just speak and get everything out, and let's talk
Grow,
about
be
it.
their own person.
Absolutely.
I really try to encourage my clients on that too. Like, you can make decisions as a parent. It's okay.
Right.
It's okay. Make your decisions.
Yeah.
Right. So, that's kind of how I help them and reduce their attorney's fees, right? Imagine
Sure.
if they called me for every decision.
Oh my goodness
It's
gracious.
just, that's not fair to them. At some point, I'm not in their life.
Yeah, absolutely.
What the
Yeah.
fuck you gonna do in 2 months?
I'm gonna help you out. We're gonna part ways, and hopefully I get to instill enough in for
Fly,
you to
fly.
where you can do it. Exactly. You can fly, baby bird, fly.
Freedom.
So before we get going, a little information. Where's the best? Somebody said, "What is the best way to get in touch with you if we wanted to reach out to Attorney Erin Morse? What's the best way to do
it
that?"
depends on what your reason is, but if you wanted to, set up a consultation, the easiest way is probably to make a phone call,
Okay.
or you can go through our website, and you can set up a consultation right from our website. You don't have
Nice.
to call in, so you
Excellent.
can just kind of get right on the calendar.
Technology, we love it.
Like, this is the future.
That's all.
Future is today, bitches.
That's right. And what is your website?
So morse-firm.com.
Nice and simple.
Yeah, because Morse law is taken,
Sure.
so don't go there.
Who is that? We can find them.
I want that website.
Yeah, we can. Let me know.
Give them a call.
We've done stuff like that. We've negotiated purchases of .coms before. By we, I mean I, but yes. KitchenKillaz can offer that service to you, of course.
I got you.
We'll do some research.
Paper.
Yeah.
plastic. You'll solve that problem.
Where do I
I'm a
sign?
big fan of like throwing some money at a problem I might have for the
Dude,
solution.
That's
Time
one of my
is
favorite
money.
things about being an adult.
Oh, isn't it?
It's one of my favorite things. I'm like, could I learn how to do it? Yes. Do I want to? No, that guy does it. Hey, here you go.
This
And
is
it's-
good for the economy.
And it's done. I get home and it's finished. Or he
That
makes
was
a phone
like
call.
all-
He's like,
that
hey, Billy,
was
it's
dollar
taking.
bills
Is
I
that what
just
it is?
threw.
Dollar
Yeah.
bills into the
Like, I
economy.
made it rain.
You did. You did. Single dollar bills. Lots of single dollar bills.
100.
And my last question is, and actually, do you have any questions for Attorney Erin Morse?
I feel like you didn't get to talk enough. Does he do this to you a lot?
Well, you're both very big personalities, and I'm
know.
not.
I'm so sorry.
I'm not. So I just soak up all the energy and I enjoy myself.
He has fantastic questions when he does ask me. He has some
So,
fucking
in
good ones.
representing your behalf, this is your time. This is your moment. I just turned his mic off. So
I just want to know what the best part about your day today was.
the best part about my day, I was really stressed out this week, and I snapped on my poor husband, who then helped me solve the problem. 'cause
Sorry,
he's
Samuel.
amazing. And the best part of my day was that I scheduled to stay at a resort for 10 days, even though I'll still kind of be going into work, but because everything's virtual, I'll be able to handle some stuff. So I scheduled myself to stay at a resort, and I planned 2 days off this week and then 2 days off next week. And I as soon as I kind of scheduled that and gave myself permission to have a break, which I don't often do, I had a lot of like relief. I was like, okay, I can take a break. I have permission.
Now, when you take days off, are you really good about keeping that time off or staying away from work or like
No.
that's okay.
No.
That's okay.
That is a personal growth goal of mine that I can try to do better
Yeah.
at
What,
taking
to
the time.
disconnect.
Yeah, taking
I
the time
gotcha.
to be away from it. I do, however, I do like we have a voice over IP, the phone number, and I pay for a service that allows text messaging directly to that line. I advise my clients of this. That does go to my cell phone, so I can text back and forth with my client. I tell my clients this. I tell them, however, it goes to my whole firm, right? So yes, you can text me. Yes, it goes through, and if it's an emergency, I will triage it. But I want to let you know that I also have a family, and I have to unplug. Because if I don't unplug or I work too many long days in a row, I'm not very good. I'm not going to be
Yeah,
as
you're
good of an
depleted,
attorney.
dude. Yeah,
I'm not going to be as good of an attorney.
Sure.
I'm like, you will feel
The difference.
Yeah, and I won't be as good for the families that I represent as I could be because I'm so stressed out. And then I feel because I take on their problems big emotionally, right? I'm an intense person, and when they're feeling distressed or down or this is hard for them, and I feel like
Empathy.
I do, and if I feel like I can't solve their problem or I can't solve it quick enough or I can't get into a hearing, like I take it on and I start kind of putting pressure on my staff, and I'm like, get this scheduled and do this, and this client deserves this, and they come to me with these big problems, like their life probably feels like it's in shambles because it's their financial future,
Everything.
it's their assets, it's their children,
Yeah.
it's
their history, it's their memories, there's emotional involvement.
everything.
So much.
And they're babies, right? They're children. That's, to me, those are my biggest issues, my favorite things to fight, right? It's their babies. I can't imagine what I would do. But they give this to me, and the way that they solve their problem is by handing it to me. So, it's really hard for me not to like absorb how they're feeling emotionally, especially when I feel like I can't solve it or can't solve it quickly. I'm it's that hero complex that I have. That if I can't save the day, save it quickly, or do the best that I possibly can,
You take that as a shot.
I take it really hard.
Yeah.
I take it really to heart. And if I see emails from my clients being upset or disappointed, I really try to, take an emotional check of it and like, are they just struggling because of their circumstances? Are they truly people who are unreasonable and I can't help? It's not going to be possible for me to
'cause
help.
sometimes those people are out there.
They're out there, of course,
Absolutely.
right? And or am I not doing a good enough job? But I usually I invert that, right? I usually go, how am I fucking this up? Like I must not be doing a good enough job because they shouldn't feel like
you take it
this.
on yourself. What
And
am I doing?
And then I go and I try to like, I have a very organized system of where our information exists. So I then start reading what my staff has been doing. And if I don't feel satisfied about the responsiveness or whatever, I'm going to go light everybody up. I really will.
We got the head nod from Patricio. He's like, oh yeah.
I want our clients, at a minimum, if we can just keep them informed, they'll get it. That's really, so
Samuel said, I try to keep her from working.
He does try.
I
He
try
really does.
to keep her from working.
And I've been trying to do better
Thank you,
about
Samuel.
not opening up my laptop when I get home.
Yeah.
Like once I leave work,
You're like, click, and he's like, no.
Right. He's like,
and click, no.
he's like closing the laptop.
Yeah, exactly.
And I try to keep my weekends with him because when I can have those weekends, I am recharged. I can get more done in a day.
Yeah, and you show up Monday and you're ready to rock and roll.
Yeah,
man.
it's that pouring from an empty cup
Absolutely.
idea, right? So I've noticed that I haven't had a vacation in a while.
You need one.
Coronavirus, whatever.
Yeah.
And I really do need one. So
yeah, one of my friends asked me the other day, they're like, Billy, you take it on a lot, man. When's the last time you had a vacation? And I was like, oh, man, I went to Pennsylvania. It wasn't that long ago. 2009. They're like, bro, it's been 11 years. And I was
you
like,
have to.
Yeah, really? I'm like, oh my God, it's been 11 years. That's just crazy. But you bring up a really good point because a lot of it is recharging. You got to recharge.
Yeah,
you have to.
I do. I really absorb them emotionally.
Sure.
Because it matters to me. I don't want them feeling like this. I don't want them even. I don't want that for anybody's life. I just don't.
Of
I
course
don't like
not.
it. It bothers me. I want to do as best I can. So.
See, she is a tiger.
Yeah.
But you see this amazing soft side that she has, this like heartfelt, empathetic side of this.
Fuck you! Why are you so angry?
So so my last question is actually about Patricio.
Okay.
So I'm really fortunate that you're here tonight, and I think one of the main reason that you're here is because of our fantastic.
I
friendship
know
that we
it's a
have.
great crossover
That
episode
we have with Patricio. He's an incredible individual. He's becoming one of my very good friends extremely quickly. And I want to say, where do you see his career going in 5 years to 10 years? Where do you see Patricio?
Well, I see Patricio has been growing by leaps and bounds, in my opinion, since he's taken my offer to come work for me. He's actually fulfilled a few dreams of mine, if I can be totally honest.
Yeah, always.
Because he's so, he really takes pieces of my vision and he grows them really well and has a creative side that I'm not capable of having. I know that's, where I'm very deficient on being creative or, being really good at taking a lot of time focus on the marketing because that's what he does for me. He handles my marketing. And that doesn't mean I don't hire outside companies to handle certain aspects of marketing, but he kind of manages it. So I put a lot of trust in him and he does a lot of things where he, just like he's really good at being another extension where I can just trust him to just handle it, right? Do you like this marketing company? Are they doing a good job? And he's, if he's telling me no, I'm like,
All right,
done,
they're out.
get him out,
See
right?
ya.
And I'll come up with this kind of strategy, and he'll run with it, and he can grow it, right? So he takes the seeds of the things that I might be thinking about, and he really grows them into a big old oak tree.
And that's what he's doing for you currently.
Yeah.
And in 5 years, do you think he'll
So
be continuing to do that same thing and working?
I foresee it could go in a number of ways, right? So
Right?
we
He's so smart, dude.
I know, he's great. So we could grow this into being a separate marketing business that we give to that we offer the services to other people. Or he grows my marketing to be much more conglomerate, and he has people and employees under him, and he ends up managing marketing and giving the orders to other people. He is really good at having, I don't even know what to call this trait, and if anybody has a name for it, please give it to me. It's that get it done trait. So I say, hey, Patricio, I need this done.
And it's done.
And he finds a way. He just figures it out, right? And my expectation of no one is perfection. But when I'm like, hey, I need this done, and if he doesn't know how to do it, he's just the person who takes a crack at it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'll like slightly tweak something, right? Of course, because control freak. But he does it. He gets it done. I could trust him to get it done and feel very comfortable with him, handling it. If I'm like, I need you to research this kind of, topic, or I need you to research this type of thing. Like, is this a service I could want? Is this a service we should have, right? How does this work?
Kind of like your viseur, your advisor.
He is
Right.
very much a get it done person.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it just
and I
whatever
get-
it is, he's
and I
like
get
gets
from
it done.
him, like,
done.
He's not afraid to just jump in that pool of unknown
And figure it
Like,
out.
I'm gonna go in there and figure it out.
I'm going to figure it out.
For sure.
Yeah.
And
a lot of times people keep themselves from doing something because they don't fully know exactly what to do. And
Yeah, that doesn't stop
nobody
him, which I
ever
love.
knows fully what to do. Just do it, and
'Cause
you'll learn.
It's
right,
a
and
rare
I've
trait.
and I've admitted to him, I'm like, some of this shit, I'm just winging it. Like I just
Aren't we all?
right.
I think to a degree we all have that imposter feeling where like I wake up, everybody's going to realize I'm such a fake and I'm just making this all up as I go along.
I'm not that good of a lawyer. People
No,
just
I'm a terrible-
believed me this one time.
I'm a terrible
I made
IT
something up and-
director. I don't direct my group very well at all. I'm a horrible. There's everything. They're going to figure me out.
But he's good from a management perspective as well. If I'm like, hey, I need you to go teach so-and-so how to do this. Like, I need you, whatever it is that needs to get done. I don't want you to do it. I want you to go give the orders. I want you to go
Gotcha.
make sure that this happens.
You delegate.
You delegate.
Yeah.
I think the one thing that he could use to grow on, and this isn't negative, this is actually because he's such a good person, is to be more willing to do a better job at like telling other people that they need to get it done. That, hey, I am marketing. My time is really valuable.
Right.
Focused on marketing.
Because he'll take it on and do it himself.
He will, because he's the get
Yep.
it done guy,
He's
right?
the
And
guy. He's
he
like,
knows,
you know what? I'll do it anyway. Don't
because
worry
I know
about
I'll
it.
get it done right. I
Yeah.
know what Erin wants. I know what she's thinking.
And he just takes all of it on.
and it's I'm like, your time is valuable in my marketing, in
For
my
sure.
marketing,
It's finite.
quadrant, right?
Yeah.
And I don't want you overwhelmed and overstressed and
Sure.
overworked. That's not what I'm asking of you. I have
Yeah.
enough staff. Like, train them and delegate it on, right? Whatever, if you could train them to be the get it done people, and I don't care if you use it under the guise of like, this is what Erin wants. I don't care. Whatever it is that you do that makes it into that get it done, say that that's exactly what I
Yeah,
want,
just
right?
get it done.
Because you handle it, right?
Yeah.
He's the handler, right? I can hand it to him, and I'm like, I told Patricio to do it. And even if, here's another really good example, and this is just an example of him as a quality person to work with and next to, and is whenever I say something, if he thinks it's something that he won't be able to remember off the top of his head, he's like, can you hold on? And he'll go get a notebook, and then he'll say,
Gotcha.
okay, now finish. So that's a good thing, right? So Patricio isn't scared to be like, stop talking
Yeah.
for a second.
Hold on a second.
Right? You're kind of blah, blah, blahing too much because, I get intense and I'm like, and this and that and
You're
my,
blah, blah, blahing too
right.
much.
Like my mind is sometimes working in this way that may not make sense all the time, but he'll write it down. And then, he really does a good job at going and take a stab at it. And then he'll come back and be like, I was thinking about it more of what you said. This is kind of what my notes are. And are you looking for this? And are you looking for that? And sometimes I'm like, I really didn't develop that thought very well.
I haven't really thought that all the way through.
And you're actually right, and the path that you're taking is the right one, even though I
Right.
didn't think about it.
Sure.
Thank you for helping me,
Sure.
think this
Everybody
through.
needs a Patricio in their life.
I-
a Patty
everyone,
O'Dugan.
everybody would be fortunate to have a patio Dugan.
Yeah, if you'd be fortunate if you had a patio furniture, a patio Dugan,
A patio Dugan.
That's right. A patio. Where did that one come from?
My Irish heritage.
That's just what happened, huh?
Yeah.
You guys are so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably Sam.
Put something up there that you should read.
Stand by.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got. Is this right
That one
here?
right
Boom.
there.
When the house is done, let's have a part 2. I will cook.
Oh, I have
That's what I'm
a
talking about.
crazy kitchen remodel coming through.
Yeah?
Yeah, I have
Oh.
a gold farmer sink and navy blue cabinets.
Yeah.
Crazy.
When you do a unveiling party, can we crash your kitchen? We'll
Hell
crash it
yeah.
on like your
Yeah.
unveiling night.
We could do that. That
We-
would be
we've
so
done-
exciting.
We've done a couple kitchen remodel like unveilings to friends and family, and they'll
This
bring
is what 30
they'll
is.
bring the contractors and they'll bring everybody over that had like part of it, and it's a lot of fun, man. We have a blast.
That
Uh,
sounds
and
fun.
Samuel's
I
gonna
love
cook,
it.
so Samuel can cook too.
Oh, He cooks.
Samuel, you are just the bee's
wow.
knees, baby. Blue collar, tattooed, amazing father, incredible husband, and he cooks. 10 out of 10, Samuel.
Let's get up in
10
that kitchen.
out of 10. I might have to.
That's actually not all of it.
I might have to get rid of that chair.
So he
That's
no,
awesome.
Sam's
Good
great,
for you.
so.
Congratulations on all your
Yeah,
success, Erin, and
thanks,
you surround yourself with really really good people, man.
Yeah,
You know.
I love
Alex and
Patricio.
Patio Dugan.
I do. I love them.
Just
They're
fantastic
really great.
individuals.
Literally, he told me that we're gonna go here and we're gonna do this. Can I put it on your calendar? I was like, yup.
Done.
If it's on the calendar, I'm going. You tell me I should go. I'm
Yeah,
there.
we're doing it.
We're
So
doing
yeah,
it.
man, you guys got to check out With the Side of Chaos. That is one of the many ships that Captain Patio Dugan captains. You know, so
Captain Patio Dugan.
Captain Patio Dugan. A huge shout out to you guys for joining us. Thank you very much. We've gone 2 hours. This is one of the longest shows we've ever had. So thank you so much for. No, you have nothing to nothing to apologize for. The energy was fantastic. I loved it. Everybody seemed to have a really
Before
good
we
time.
go, did
got
you have
great
anything
comments.
to add?
I always ask him at the very end, like, Commodore, any final comments or last words?
No, I think we've covered it all. I think we did. I think we
I
had
like
a
her.
good
She's
time.
awesome.
But thank you for including me in the
You mattered.
conversation.
Heck
You
yeah, man.
matter.
You matter. You matter. Epidurals for everyone. Yeah. You guys have a good night. Stay out of trouble. Thank you for spending some time with us. And check out Erin Morse. You can find her. We're going to get you that website. It's going to be something that I can't say now. 'cause you're-
Morse-firm.com.
Yeah. That's where you want to go.
That's where
But
you
we're
wanna
going to get her. We're going to get her a website that she wants. And whoever owns that website, I'm coming after you. Me and Captain Patio Dugan, we're going to put together a campaign. We're going to commandeer that website because that's what pirates do.
Yeah, we're done with people commandeering our ideas.
That's a different show for a different time.
Shots fired.
Boom! Again. Samuel, we're looking forward to crashing your kitchen, my brother. We're going to put up a background right now. It's going to be crazy. There it is. And then we're going to close the show with a little Toilet Paper Jesus by our good friend Thomas Carter, Rochester, an incredible individual. You guys have a fantastic night. We will see you, what's today, Wednesday?
Yeah,
Holy Toledo, Friday at 9:05. We're in Tampa.
couple days.
Jen Ward Hall.
I'm
We got some
excited.
fantastic food. The barbacoa, which apparently we have the food truck coming. Barbacoa. I'm so down. It's going to be awesome. You guys have a fantastic night. Thanks, guys. Stay out of trouble. And here we go. Bye. Have a good night.
Walking down the street, chickens blowing kisses. Never thought I'd end up 28 without a missus. Yet here we are, yeah, it's totally a thing. Making this movie about my life in quarantine. Started out hype, living life as a pirate. Then it got eclectic as time began to riot. Filmed my thoughts, what a terrible idea. Had a party over Zoom and got diarrhea. Ran out of toilet paper, life felt like forfeit. Turn on the news, an invasion of hornets. That's when it really truly started to unravel. I truly wish I could go motherfracking travel like toilet paper Jesus. Toilet paper Jesus. Toilet paper Jesus. Toilet paper Jesus. I wanna be a vagabond, maybe I'm a Cylon. I should have killed them hornets with the motherfracking mask on. Covered in ketchup, man, I think I messed up. Need a therapist that will help me fill my loving cup. No, not with beer, they really need to steer this conversation with myself a light year away from beer that need to poop and seize the sorry socks. It don't please us. Holy fracking crap, is that toilet paper Jesus? Toilet paper Jesus. Toilet paper Jesus. Toilet paper Jesus. Toilet paper